Hello, everyone. Welcome to my outdated title, where it still has my Twitch title on it.
It's inside of the dragon.
Do you,
Hi,
Welcome to Overcooked 2.
do you want?
Welcome to Overcooked 2.
That's the new title of this campaign.
So, in this episode, does Aster steal all the dudes away from Graylin?
In
Yeah.
Overcooked 2?
Yeah.
I think in Overcooked 2, Graylin steals all the women from Aster.
Right. All
Correct.
the ones with horns.
Yes.
Oh, it's like a revenge series.
Yeah. Revenge of Graylin. Graylin's Revenge.
Graylin's Revenge.
Graylin's Revenge. I like
That
that.
sounds like a oh god, what is that one disease? You get like
Ligma?
Yeah, ligma. When you go overseas and you get ligma, and you don't want to tell people, you're like, hey, I don't want to talk about the ligma, and then everyone comes at you about talking about ligma.
That's called herpes, I think.
Maybe.
Is this
We're
a
not talking about
meme?
Thailand? We're
Is
not.
this an
oh.
actual disease?
No.
Ligma? Ligma nuts. Got him.
I hate all of you. Every week, there's at least one shot just leveled right at me every week. Taylor, aren't you only the single one? Taylor, you should have planned your life better. Taylor, lick these nuts.
It wasn't for me this time. I was like, I said no, but you asked. You were like,
But you were the last 2 times.
You got a shot. Oh wait,
I
thought it was you last week, Dan. I thought you.
It was not me.
No,
it was both
me.
McCloakin.
yeah,
no.
they were.
It was
they
McLogan
were
both
me.
times.
They were
Yep.
me because I was. I don't know. I was
A dick?
I don't know.
That's one way to put it.
No, I'm just gonna drink my moonshine and be.
Oh, good. That'll make you nicer.
It
I'm just
will.
gonna-
Aren't I nicer when I've been drinking?
I've been around Joe pretty darn drunk. He's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think you all have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
not
yeah.
uncommon. I don't think.
Well, what's that say about me? That's not uncommon to see Joe
If we're at an
drunk.
event, we're partying, right?
Means you're an alcoholic like the rest of us, McLoakin. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
cheers.
Cheers.
I'm only drinking a Coors Light though. I might get the hard stuff.
I've got a Pacifico. I'm like.
I mean, I went hard. I feel like I'm alone here. Everyone's got beers, and I'm like, I'm gonna.
You're not alone. This is a rum and
Oh
coke.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you have a rum and coke. I'm
I
sorry.
put liquor in this.
I've got
liquor. Liquor. I
That's
hardly
right.
knew her.
I got some good whiskey that I can grab later.
Yeah.
What
I
is the
had
only
cheap
adult-
Canadian whiskey at Comic Con. It wasn't fun.
Oh no, I don't like cheap Canadian whiskey. It's not
I don't either.
Hey, quick mixer question: Do you get XP when you're streaming as well?
No. Wait. No. Wait.
What if you're watching yourself stream?
I don't actually know how that works. I know that if you're.
I don't know how I got to
subscribed-
level 24 all of a sudden.
Oh, then yeah, you might get it when you're. Well, I mean, didn't you have the chat up the last couple of times? You get to level 15 by watching for like 15 minutes, or you get to level 5 for watching for 15 minutes. So if
I
you have
did.
the
I did
chat
have.
open-
I did have my chat up.
Yeah, if you had the chat opened last week, then you probably would be level 25 already.
Yeah, I got the chat open right now.
I have 2
Uh,
chats open.
Whoa.
I got 2 chats.
Double
to
XP.
Paradise, dude.
Well, for some reason, the pop-out chat doesn't actually close the other chat.
Oh.
That's weird. Also, if you don't already have it, there's a Google Chrome extension called Mixer Elixir, and it kind of does like the same stuff that Better Twitch TV does.
Really?
Mainly
What's it
for
called? Mixer Elixir?
Mixer Elixir.
Oh, I thought you said mixer elixir, and I was like, what is
No.
that?
Yep.
Elixir. I hardly knew her.
No,
Twice.
it-
Let's go for 3. Let's go for 3.
Well, on that note, how's everyone's week been?
It's been good so far. I found out I'm flying to New York on Friday. That's
Oh, what are you doing?
Fun.
What are you doing?
Overwatch League Grand Finals. I'll be there.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
it's mixer spelled without an E. Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. That's not true. I'm not. If I was
What was
there,
the
I
what was
would
the joke
be mad.
last week? And everybody tweet at
Oh, yeah,
Renee, say we're gonna be in
Go.
San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
I want to be in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, San Francisco.
Hey, look.
So everybody tweet at me this week and say you're gonna be in New York.
Do it. I want to see how many tweets. I'm gonna.
But
be
I'm
in
not
New
gonna
Why
York.
is it not working? Oh, fine.
But I'm gonna be in San Francisco.
That's right.
New York.
Can't you be in 2 places at once?
Yeah, duh.
Wish. God, that'd be sweet.
That would be awesome.
I would be both here working and also downstairs watching Netflix. Like
How
nothing
much
too
would
crazy.
you?
I wouldn't
How
even.
much would
like,
you
wanna-
pay to have the powers of Nightcrawler?
I don't know who Nightcrawler is.
The guy that is this X-Men that teleports.
Are you what? What?
I'll let
You
you.
know
I'll
what?
let you get on this one.
I don't watch superhero stuff. I don't know.
Fair
anything
enough.
about Superheroes.
Also, I know from extensive experience in doing this and getting either a stink eye or a flat out getting like yelled at. Renee has a pet peeve for when someone doesn't know about something and someone's first response is like, "You don't know about this?"
You don't know about that.
How dare!
You don't
especially
know.
in like Warframe when it's a
Oh.
thing that you find 8 hours into the game and they're like, "What? You don't know what we're talking about?" It's like, no, I'm only 100 hours in the game. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like you should. I found that out when I was an hour 40,000 million. Oh, sweet, cool. You've been playing this game since birth.
Freaking
I
nub.
mean,
Oh, it's called Mixer Elixir, but it's done super millennial, and both E's are taken out except for the E in the beginning of
It's not
Elixir.
millennial. It's not a millennial.
It's pretty millennial.
It's a pretty.
As a millennial,
is
it's
it
pretty millennial.
more millennial
It's-
than
I'm sorry,
capital X, lowercase
it's not
x,
necessarily a
capital
millennial
X,
name. Like
Sephiroth,
they have
underscore.
they have app named the fuck out of that thing. Like that's how all the apps they always took out the fucking E. Tinder was like the biggest one that always like started.
Grinder. I mean,
Grindr.
grinder.
Grinder, Tinder.
wasn't even made by millennials.
What?
Grinder, millennials
Here's the
Grinder was
thing.
made by like slightly older than millennials.
Here's the thing. Grinder or whatever, or millennials in general. One of my jobs, they were telling me that millennials, like, I'm a millennial, and I was like,
I'm a millennial.
I'm not a millennial. I don't
I'm
think.
not sure I'm a millennial.
I'm 34, and I'm pretty sure I don't qualify as a millennial. But
Yeah.
there's like
You
some
could.
millennial chart out there that qualifies as like, yeah, you be a millennial, and I was like, that's some bullshit. Okay. So,
Well, so the misconception is millennial goes back way younger than us, which it doesn't. There's a different generation for that one. Those are the ones that are eating the
Yeah.
Tide Pods and shit. That's not us.
Wait,
We're
Generation
millennials are a little bit smarter.
yeah, we're not
Anyone
Where did-
born
Avocado
between
toast.
1981 and 1996.
Oh, really? I'm a millennial? God damn it.
Millennials are fine. We've
This is-
done
and
the
this is-
best
We're
stuff in
all-
the world so far.
Yeah,
as far
millennials
as
are fine, but
as credibility, this is from
bad
Pew
rap.
Research. This is from the Pew Research Center.
No, that's what I've heard several times. It's
Mhm.
that's correct. I mean, yeah, a lot of people think that people younger than that are millennials too, that's incorrect.
Yeah, that's Gen X. I think Beatnik's right. Gen
Think
X.
so, yeah.
They're the
65.
ones. Gen X eats Tide Pods.
Gen X eats Tide Pods. Exactly.
Listens to Little Xan.
Wait,
Who?
I
What's-
thought Gen X were the
what's-
people
I
before
thought-
millennials, though,
yeah.
because the
I think
Spice
that's Gen
Girls
Y?
were
Yeah, no,
Gen-
Gen X is the generation before millennials.
Oh,
Is
that's
Gen-
right,
that
it's
Y.
either
Spice
Gen-
Girls
it's either
song?
Gen Y or Gen Z.
Generation Next, Generation Next. No,
that was
no,
a
it
whole-
wasn't.
that-
that was a whole
remember-
thing, yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that. 'Cause
Yeah, that was like the
MTV
whole Spice Girls song.
MTV was all big about like Generation X, and then
Oh.
you're
Gen-
like, okay.
Gen-
By the way, Gen Y is millennials.
Oh, Gen Y.
Generation Z is the new zombie apocalypse movie where everybody turns into zombies by eating said Tide Pods.
It's like, wait,
Tide Tots.
Tide
If you eat a man named Todd who's been baked into a pie, you become a zombie.
Hmm.
is that pie gluten free? Because if it isn't, I'm not gonna eat it.
Depends.
I'm a
like
millennial.
fine.
I have to get 2
Jose,
jobs to afford
depends.
my mortgage. Ugh.
That's
There's also a term called iGen, and that's anyone after 2001.
iGen was made by Apple.
I don't-
Also called Generation Z.
Yeah.
And then millennials are also called Gen 911.
oh.
That's fucked up.
The
I
millennials
know.
did 9/11. Confirmed.
Oh, no. That's the
It's an
worst thing that's
inside
ever been.
job.
That's the worst thing that's ever been said on this show.
That is. I'm sorry. That's just.
Is there an eject button that comes with my chair?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we-
Gen
yeah.
911, man.
Avocado breads.
I like someone said millennials can melt steel beams, and now I just want to like just have my Twitter be.
Also, excuse me, it's not avocado bread, it's avocado toast. You
Uh-huh.
cook it.
I just want to like tweet random.
It's avocado. You eat
millennial
avocado
facts.
bread though when you eat like a raw diet.
But no, I now just want to tweet random millennial facts that aren't true. And be like, oh, if millennials go out during the full moon, they can breathe underwater. And
I'm pretty sure there's probably already a Twitter account that's just like millennial facts.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
I just found this chart that says like the pros and cons. Baby boomers, pros, productive, hardworking, cons, less adaptable, less collaborative. For millennials, it says pros, enthusiastic, entrepreneurial, opportunistic, cons, lazy and unproductive. You can't be an entrepreneur and then also lazy and unproductive.
Oh, no, yeah, you can.
What? How
You're
do you
like,
get...
you want shit handed to you. You're like, I have this idea. Okay,
But
you guys run with it. Give me money.
That's not being an entrepreneur. That's just being an inventor.
Oh, true.
An entrepreneur is actually building a business and actually making money and be like that's. Those are two different things.
Maybe if they build the business and then get lazy.
I wonder who made the chart.
Fucking baby boomers, probably. Because they're less adaptable and less collaborative, apparently.
I'm gonna have a word with my dad after this.
I'm gonna have no that. Well, baby boomers would be your grandparents.
Yeah.
My
or-
dad.
Born before 1963.
Yeah, my dad was born in
My dad's
1942.
almost a baby boomer.
My dad was born in 1942.
Jesus Christ! How old are you? 70?
I'm 34.
Oh Jesus, you're basically dead. See you later.
Wow.
Wow, this is why I DM the game, because I've just gotten old and it was like I want to
Oh,
control
man.
people.
Hey, I'm innocent here.
Holy
Hold
crap.
on.
You're with her.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have
With her.
I'll be sure to wear something hot at all your guys' funerals.
Thanks.
As a-
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, there's gonna be an open bar at my funeral. That's what I decided.
I feel like if you
having
don't
a
have an open
funeral.
bar at your funeral, it's like where are you go? Where's that money going to? You're dead.
Dude,
I'll
I
have an open bar, and then basically I want my remains to go off. Like I want a Viking funeral, right? Just send my body off into the ocean, let loose
Speaking of
an arrow that's on fire.
speaking
Bam,
of
I'll
both
go
dead
back into
dead
the ocean.
things.
I'm a water sign anyway. It works.
Oh, there you go. That works. Speaking of like dead things, millennials and Gen Zs, did you guys hear about the petition that said let the people eat the dead rotting liquid from that tomb?
Because that fucking dude is like making this huge thing about how it's definitely going to give people some kind of secret power. Yeah, the fluid from the black sarcophagus.
Oh, no,
What?
dude, no, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was real. I thought that was a joke.
I don't think they'll like even if the petition
It's not
goes
gonna go
through.
through. Nothing's gonna happen. But somebody started that, and the fact that people are signing it means
Oh.
that something's wrong with society.
Oh, I just saw the. Oh my gosh.
That's it's liquefied meat, people meat.
No, it's
I'm actually gonna throw up. Stop.
they already talked about what it's not that though. It's worse technically, but
All right, see you later, guys.
I feel kind of sick. I'm just gonna keep.
That is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. And
Where's-
I've seen some gross things.
I just want to see somebody wrote like a fucking haiku about it, and I want to see it.
Somebody said
a
something about
haiku?
earlier on
Why
my
would you
stream.
write
Somebody in
a
my
haiku
chat said
about
something about
that?
black sarcophagus.
The black
food.
sarcophagus, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that
I
is.
thought it was just a weird joke, but
Nope.
Oh, do you want to? Here's the other. I was playing a game last night.
17,000 people have signed a petition to drink the juice.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these? They're probably all the same people who eat fucking Tide Pods. Let's be real.
Or they're all memeing.
Oh, that's
They
exactly
are
what it is.
absolutely all memeing.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? Memeing is becoming like,
An actual political movement. Like
yeah,
you can actually garner political power with memeing.
yeah.
It started with Harambe, honestly.
Every election from now on until this dies will be won via memes.
I mean,
speaking
what?
of getting politics involved in Twitch, because that's always the best.
Oh,
we're
I
on
never
Mixer,
did.
so.
Twitch. I know. Well, I was about to append Mixer onto that. Is there any way to get like people in art, like people that watch either platform to vote? Is there any way to figure out a way to like somehow validate or confirm that a user has voted?
That's
And-
a whole slippery slope.
Well, because you can't compensate people for voting. Like I know that,
Yeah,
but can we though?
we should be able to
Wait, I'm
Like-
at this point.
if you were to give people that linked their Twitch account to somehow like their voter registration,
Oh,
Give them an I voted sticker
And
on as
when-
a badge.
Yeah, give people the ability to have a chat badge that's just a red check mark. It's for I voted. You would have more people would vote.
But
Like,
they
people would
might,
be
they might
Like
do
the
that
last
stupid
election,
bullshit.
half the country didn't vote.
Half.
I voted.
I'm not. That's literally 48% of the country voted
I
last
voted.
cycle.
Derek
Oh,
didn't
man.
vote.
As my father always said, voting's not a right, it's a privilege. So I was like, okay, you win, Dad.
You win.
You're old and you win.
It's
Richard
fucking
Dawkins did
sewage
create the term
water. It's not
meme.
even from the mummies. It's sewage. People are so fucking dumb. It makes me want
Yeah.
to.
I mean,
I don't think the
I
sewage thing is
mean-
accurate.
I mean,
It's sewage water from a nearby building that got into the sarcophagus.
Yeah, they're mummies, so they're by definition they're
No,
not.
I don't. That's just all a bunch of people's shit combined.
Yeah, it's
Can we just like stop talking about that and
I
maybe move on
can't.
to Dungeons and
Moody,
Dragons?
it's in my brain. You guys put it there, and now you.
Okay.
I
Hold on.
didn't.
I have it before we
This is
start.
amazing.
Before we start the show, so the apparently the I guess the guy who owns Hasbro came out and said he's never played D&D and he's the owner of D&D since he owns Hasbro and Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast. But the thing is that there's an article, and I was confused for a while because I was on a show and a lot of people were like, "Hey, D&D is an esport," and apparently in the article he said D&D is like an esport.
Oh
So,
yeah, competitive D&D. I saw people
What?
tweet about that.
How do you
earlier.
what?
How do you compete in D&D? Is it
Somebody
just like
said that somebody said that competitive D&D is who can make the DM say "fuck you" the fastest. I was like,
I believe it.
My,
like I
my
win.
friend,
I'm the ultimate D&D esport.
my friend said there was a D&D battle royale, and so what that would be is that like every time you get in a combat situation, your table gets smaller and smaller, so you're forced to like roll the dice like next to each other.
That sounds like some high stakes shit.
It is.
I
It gets-
think that could be done.
I think D&D like battle royale should be a combination of D&D and also marbles. So you roll your dice and try to knock other people's dice off and get the better roll.
That's amazing.
Flick the dice, and then you get to steal people, and then you get to keep people's dice.
Yeah, you get to
Yes.
steal their
Oh,
dice.
is this
and then you get
Pogs all over again?
It's marbles or
It's marbles.
pogs, yeah.
marbles
all
or
along it
pogs.
turned out you were keeping their soul?
Whoa,
That's where I store my soul
Whoa,
in my dice.
what? Spoonie
She
gets
did a drink
dark
take
when
too.
she
She's
drinks.
like, I said something profound.
Shit's getting dark.
I love profound drinking. It's the best.
So we'll do a quick recap of what happened last time because you guys, we just finished up the battle last time. So as you guys, Lolala caught Aster out of the air, Graylin started shooting at the creature that was in front of him, the Wyvern with the green iridescent scales. With that, he hit him really hard, and the Wyvern, seeing or noticing Graylin after not hitting him through the beginning part of the fight, used his powers to create a tornado at him and throw him up against a wall and doing a good amount of damage. As Aster and Lolala land on the ground and begin to their assault on the dragon. Crash, climbing a cliff, went ham and jumped on the back of it as Graylin scared it into the air with vicious mockery, I believe.
No.
Which one was it? Dissident Whispers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a damn bard.
I'm sorry. Okay. So it ran straight up in the air, away from Graylin, taking Crash with it. As Crash begins attacking the back of the Wyvern, Graylin, I believe, shot it, and then it fell dead through the air. As everyone tries to go save, and as it fell, everyone tried to go save Crash, with whatever means they had. Some of them just getting the fuck out of the way, other ones trying to teleport and get rings on their fingers. But Crash, being on the top side of the dragon, which it was now falling towards the earth at a higher and higher rate, climbed to the belly side, and as it landed, with Graylin's failed attempt to save him, ended up inside of the Wyvern, and
Gross.
yeah. And
Yes.
he had to drink the black sarcophagus water inside.
God damn.
Yeah, and basically he came out, Graylin prestidigitation. Oh, I can't even say that word right now. Prestidigitation.
There you go.
Right off, got all the weird shiny green goop on him. Aster, who had blood all over her face, as well as Lolala all over her body from critically hitting it from before, were just covered.
Actually,
in
I think I
blood.
cleaned Lolala, and I thought Crash's armor just kind of like
Shook it off. Yeah.
I thought it either shook off or your armor drank the black sarcophagus juice.
It was bright green and glowing. Why do we have to call it this?
I
think you're right. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a cocktail and call it black sarcophagus.
As
Ew.
as you guys were
It's like the new
getting
LA water.
as you guys are getting yourselves
It's a new what?
LA water.
Is that where it's from?
I never had a problem with LA tap water.
No, there's a drink called LA water and it's like black.
Mhm. There's also
Oh.
one called the Black Superman, which is black as well.
Really, I
Why?
thought it'd be green.
Just calling it sarcophagus water now.
Oh.
Ooh, sarcophagus water.
It has Jaeger in it, right? That's gotta have Jaeger.
Oh God.
It's gonna have to. It'll have to have something that's dark.
So yeah, as you guys noticed, or getting a little bit more settled after the battle is over, the Wyvern flips over on its stomach and begins to look at all of you. His eyes had a fiery orange ring staring back at you. I believe who noticed? I think maybe Aster or Crash or Graylin. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I noticed and I blew its eyes out.
Oh yeah, and you shot its eyes out, and
Yeah.
as its
It didn't-
eyes,
Yeah?
It didn't help.
as its eyes shot out, it stood there, and you saw the orange irises still there, even though no eye was there. Look at you, and basically said that there was no way you guys could win. And so, and that's where Lolala, the thing slumped over and a crystal came out of it, as well as a pendant that Crash frantically grabbed.
Yep. I'm writing
Shiny.
that in my sheet now.
Yep. And then now we have a wonderful ability that Lolala received, which was the ability to jump. No, not jump further, but you can
Fall
slow
slowly.
fall. Yeah, slow fall for 30 feet. And then you also got an additional round tagged onto your Sidhei's agility.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, how about that?
Well, how'd it do?
How did damn do?
How did damn do? And I believe that's where we pretty much left off.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of continue on the mountain. If there's anything you guys want to do on the mountain, but we can, or we can just start heading our way back, depending on
Climb the mountain.
climb,
Make love to that mountain.
climb further that mountain.
No, nobody.
I don't know that one.
All I
Captain
got
Kirk-
is Mount Doom.
Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain?
We're going back that far. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That deep hole. I'm old, man. Come on.
No, of course. I mean, I've only seen the original series like once. It's not my favorite, but I get it. After you say that.
Thank you, Bryn. Thank you, Bryn. Bryn's got my back. To envelop that mountain. It's the fucking weirdest little video. If the Wyvern's dead, you millennials not getting there. I was actually gonna.
Wow.
I wanted to poke around the area that we found the Wyvern in to see if there was basically anything of monetary value, because apparently that's Graylin's biggest motivator in the world.
All right.
is money.
Money.
Let me.
Money to buy more booze to deal with our bullshit.
That kind of speaks to me as like a person. Like, how can I use this to make myself some money? Why am I'm so fucking broke?
Yeah.
God,
Why?
I'm poor.
I always think about money when I don't have any. All the time.
Excuse
Me.
me.
Same.
Oh, you guys are all level 8 now.
Yeah.
We leveled up.
Yeah.
So yeah, do we do the video game thing where when you level up you get all your HP and stuff back? Like you just go and you're just fine.
Do I get my HP back?
Yeah, do I get my HP and my
'Cause I
spells
took a-
back and everything?
Took a big blow.
This is Final Fantasy.
Well, this is not that
And is
kind of
there-
Final Fantasy. 'Cause
is there a level
primitive
up
Final
sound?
Fantasy. Let's see here.
I will say this about Final Fantasy VII. It probably had some of the best music.
It does, yeah. Don't you forget.
Wait a minute, huh?
Don't you forget it. Do we unlock? Yeah. Do we unlock new skins? I need a new skin for my my armor here.
Well, you have to go through the loot
I
boxes.
need to,
You're right.
I need to go to the
I-
marketplace and do some bids. I actually started making skins.
I need to buy
So
some
if you guys could buy some of
D-Bucks.
those. D-Bucks.
Some Dungeons and D&D bucks.
I mean, isn't that what that pendant's for?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I'll go buy a skin.
You can get yourself 50,000 gold or 5 D-Bucks.
D-Bucks, please.
And
Thank you.
skins start at 50 D-Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, D-Bucks, please. I gotta work my way up.
There you
You
go.
guys give me a number 1 through 5. I'll agree on one number.
Or
4.
I guess we'll go with 4.
Wow.
All right, here we
Four's
go.
good.
Damn, dude.
1,
Hey.
2, 3, 4. So you're digging around and you find like a little cave that is full of like random like corpses that like
Uh-oh.
it seems to be
No.
like caravans and stuff like that. But within it, you find an amethyst that's worth, you're guessing, probably around 100 gold. 4 garnet stones that are worth about 100 each. Some jade, and a well, they're not gold. They're worth probably 1,000 gil. I'm trying to convert at the same time. And then
we found yems.
yes, gil.
We just found
You found gems. You found
your
gems.
precious
worth
tax
them
is
up.
not high enough level to gather.
precious
stones you can give and
Aster looks like, look, there's a bunch of rocks, and just chucks them.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'll mage hand that shit. It's like
There is a drift globe with inside.
hello.
This is a random generator, so we're gonna go off that. But let's take a look at the.
Lolala pokes it.
Is there like a cute rabbit in there for Aster? Like a duck.
Like a
Something-
live rabbit
Yeah.
or duck?
Yeah,
Okay.
not a dead one.
I don't know.
Aster doesn't care about gems, but if there was like a little duck in there, she'd be stoked. Little baby,
Quack, quack.
little duck. Did you guys know that? Sorry, really quick, not an aside, not a tangent. Did you know that sometimes ducks, instead of a one mama duck being a duck mom, like 6 little ducklings, it'll be like a whole thing of like 50 plus ducklings.
Oh, you
that
saw
they
that on
care?
Twitter today, didn't you?
Yeah,
What?
I didn't
Wait, what?
know that.
Like one
Like
one mama duck will
one
take
mama
care
duck
of
will
multiple
take care of- yeah,
clutches of ducklings.
Yeah, and it's
How
like
do
a
you-
daycare.
How do you
There was
like,
one mama duck that had like 70 ducklings.
you know that at the end of the day, like some of those ducklings go home with the wrong family.
Probably, yeah.
No.
Like there has to be.
No.
But they're
Oh, birds are pretty
That's
specific
that's
about
also the
their
most
own
adorable
kids.
thing I've ever.
No,
See.
what it
it
is
was so
that
cute. They
that-
got 70 little ducklings.
I read the article. So what happens is that like some ducks, they put their eggs in other nests so they will survive, for whatever reason, and that's what happened to this duck a lot, and they just ended up with like 70.
That duck must be the best duck mom. They'd be like, dude, we got
Clearly.
drunk.
It's
We
a
got
celeb-
drunk last night. We shouldn't have had this
the
duckling.
celebrity duck mom. That duck
Put it-
that duck mom's got a huge following on YouTube, so everybody
Yeah.
wants their kids raised by that duck mom.
Like the Angelina Jolie duck mom. Just
Oh my god.
give it to her. She knows what she's doing.
Quackalina Jolie.
Let's go swim around with that.
She's a quack.
I saw
All
that
right,
movie.
so in here, you see a body that's crumpled over. It's hard to tell what race it was, but the robe looks undamaged currently at this time. It is an odd robe that's very dark, but it glimmers with lights all over it. Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Only Graylin's in that room.
Oh.
What does it feel like?
What is it? All things considered, I am still pulling the clothes off of a fucking corpse, which is a little fucked.
Is it covered in black goo?
Is this like a fucking is it a skeleton?
Maybe like a little bit
Still
more
alive?
decayed.
A little
a
juicier.
Decayed, chewed up. Yeah.
Alright,
It doesn't smell good in here.
I'll just do this with my lips, like, and I'm gonna mage, since it's not technically being equipped, I'm gonna mage hand the robe and just like grab it and kind of like lift it up
Okay.
and hope that the body doesn't come with it.
Just like caught in the sleeve. Like,
Just
jiggle
like-
it. Just,
The
like,
arm
jiggle
pops
it.
out.
Yeah, the
Just-
arm's like stuck in it.
What if I didn't notice? I went to go like put my arm through it. There's a bone. There's just-
Another like a dead hand that comes out that sleeve.
Oh, it's fine. It's
I just push it
great.
out and just like a
Arm.
skeleton hand just shoots out the sleeve.
There's your mage hand.
As you move it, you see a very familiar potion that looks like it has like a toe of some sort in it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll grab that too.
Okay.
That's the potion that. What is the toe potion again?
It's the I think it's the. Oh wait, no, it's either It's either a
like-
potion of longevity or it's a potion of giant strength.
Just take a taste. It's like the Bean Boozled thing.
Man, can you imagine dying with a potion of longevity or a potion of giant strength? What an idiot.
No, it'd be pretty ironic if he died while holding a potion of longevity.
If he died of old age while holding a potion of longevity.
And
He's so sad.
you see a book with inside.
Jesus.
Yeah. You guys are getting epic level portions now.
I come out and it's like holding. I'm like, dude, check all this shit that I found.
You find a book and it says, and it like literally has like a guy who's like standing there like this, and he's like very happy, and he looks very happy, very cartoonish in some way, very plain looking at the same time. But it says the Manual of Bodily Health.
Oh.
Is it the Vault Boy?
I
Just
mean,
describe the Vault.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like the Vault Boy.
I may
Just
take-
like he's just like, eh.
yeah, I may
So
make
you
my
want to live
tomes.
forever.
And it makes like that little like.
Yeah. So those are the items you got. You can.
I come trotting the fuck out of that room
Yeah.
or that area. I'm just like, check it.
Yeah, you also found. I forgot to mention 100 platinum too.
Fuck. I don't mention that.
Yeah.
Can I smell it?
Since when do you guys think that this group of people is like greedy, where you can't talk about money? Literally.
Oh, it's not that. It's Graylin is greedy.
Oh,
He is.
is
Yeah.
that one of your character flaws?
No, it's actually I'm a sucker for a pretty face, but I haven't really had a chance to flex that flaw. But like,
So
He
the pretty
tried.
face is the dollar.
I'm just going off the fact that he was living like on the road for a while, and like money was like a scarce thing for him for a long time. So now that he has like an abundance of it, he's getting a little miserly about it.
So here's the thing. He
He lives in a
tried.
hole.
He tried, but his aunt cock blocked him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, you don't like Aster barely even has a concept of currency.
Yeah, she can't. Really.
Like, doesn't
How many of these will it take?
like
to get
I'm
me
not
some
greedy. It's
beer?
like you don't even know what money is.
How many of these rocks can I to give you? Get
Can
an
I to
alcohol.
give you?
This is a cool
Um,
system. Somebody should make some kind of thing with this. This should be a thing where you give things for other things. I'm so smart. My name's Aster.
I'm so smart. Coin can be exchanged for goods and
SMRT.
services.
Wait,
Coin can buy many
SMRT.
peanuts.
All right, yeah. Graylin comes out with a bunch of shit in his hands, and he's like,
Does it smell?
Whoa!
I'll press the digitation it.
Press the digitation.
Press
So is that a Digimon?
How many
Press yeah,
Digital
it's actually
master including.
it looks like a little like old timey magician. It's press the Digimon.
Press the dude, I would totally rock that Digimon.
Yeah.
It'd be cute.
Can you imagine trying to say that with like in Japanese though?
Press the Digimon. I can't, no. I just sound like an English person.
Wait, it would be pure shi di. That's so many fucking.
Just take every syllable and
Syllables.
sound it out.
Well,
Every single one.
Pure shi. Well, some of them you have to break down into 2 syllables because
Oh, I
there's
guess,
no.
sorry, take every letter and turn it into a syllable at that point.
Yeah.
So was that a yes on the whole getting our health back, or should Aster start taking a nap?
Also, can I get some confirmation on what exactly I just picked up?
Well, I'll let you give me an Arcana roll. You gain hit
Okay.
points based off how many hit points you rolled when you up your hit dice.
Yeah.
You guys can like take this time to take a short rest after the fight, and roll as many hit dice as you want.
Fuck yeah.
How many hit dice do we get a day?
Your level's worth.
Your level's
Oh.
worth, and then when you have a long rest, you recover half of that. So you can roll as many as you want until you don't have your 8 anymore.
Just click on my hit dice.
Yeah,
And you
Alright,
gain a
I'm full.
D. It's a D. It's a hit dice plus
your Constitution.
con save. Okay.
Yeah,
Or con
so
mod.
you just got
Oh,
11
wait.
hit points back.
Full health
I
again.
didn't
We're
take
good.
any damage. I mostly just need my spells back.
Yeah,
Oh.
the
I
HP
mean-
that we got from leveling, do we get that?
Yeah, that applies immediately.
Okay.
If you guys want, you guys can take a long rest up here. That's up to you. You guys can.
What time of day is it?
Well, you guys climbed a fucking mountain, and then
We did that pretty fast though.
yeah, Aster's probably
We
the
did.
most tired from that, and then
Aster would love a little nap.
yeah,
Little nappy poo.
We can do a short. We just took a
Nappy
short
poo?
rest.
Nappy poo would be great.
Which reminds me, I get all my warlock slots back.
I mean, it's getting into the evening, about like the sun's starting to set,
Okay.
so it'd be the time you guys would camp.
All right, yeah, I say let's camp.
Okay.
I just learned that my class doesn't even have spells, so I don't need to recover anything.
And he'll be on all the cereal boxes.
God, my level 4 spells are so fucking cool. I'm gonna prep one called Giant Insect.
They're very good. Also, fuck you.
I can transform with 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion.
You
into
can transform
giant
You can
versions.
transform into. 10
I know.
centipedes?
I just create them.
So you can
Fuck.
ride them like a stallion.
So you can summon 10
Like, I
giant
can-
centipedes and like make them.
If there's 10 centipedes nearby, if I'm somewhere where there would be giant insects, I can just make them giant. And so now there's 10 giant centipedes.
If we find
would
if we find a rat, that'd be great because centipedes like to tear the
No,
skin
it
off
only-
of live rafts.
It only applies to insects.
What?
No, I mean centipedes are vicious creatures that like to tear the skin off of live rats and eat them.
Yeah, centipedes are fucked up.
I would also like to point out, Aster, is that like you've been kind of studying like subconsciously creatures that can fly, and like
Not
seeing
fly.
and
Ooh.
Aster, like seeing how Lolalo's excited about being on a ship that can fly through the air, and she'll be able to fly like a dragon. Aster, for some odd reason, has now attuned with the aerial creatures of the world and can turn into her favorite bird-like creatures, such as chickens.
All this wind really makes Aster feel like she could fly.
Yes.
It's been great.
You believe that you can fly?
Stop! I heard it coming. Stop it!
I believe I can
I believe I can fly.
Think about it.
All right.
The end of Space Jam. It was so beautiful.
Spread my wings and fly away. I believe
I can soar.
Okay,
So-
so
See me running.
Joe, for the sake of
I
while they do this, I'm not gonna tell you like there's with the sorcerer thing, like I can like change spell slots for sorcery points more or less at any given time as long as we're resting.
mhm.
I'm just do you want me to tell you when I do that or just like
Keep-
spend the slots accordingly?
spend the slots
Okay.
accordingly.
Okay.
I don't think you're trying to shade me out. So,
I just want sorcery points more than I want my warlock slots.
yeah. Also with the rolls that you did, you understand that the manual of
Oh yeah.
the manual of health. Let me look that up real quick on my laptop that I have in front of me.
I'm gonna open up I'm gonna turn this game. This is gonna turn into Moonlighter for me. I've got so much shit in this bag of holding.
Manual of bodily health. Looking at this book, this book contains health and diet tips, and its words are changed with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your constitution score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic, but it regains it in a century.
Jesus. Okay. The manual of bodily health. You said there was a drift globe?
Yes, I have no idea what a drift globe does. I gotta look.
I do.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll just explain it. I'll just be that guy. It's basically it's a crystal ball that you can, if you're holding it, you can cast it. It'll cast light by itself, and then with a command word, it'll just float and follow you around.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a flashlight that's magical.
So, the other item that you got, the robe, you're looking into it and you feel very akin to it, and
Do I?
and you hear a voice in your head,
Uh-oh.
a familiar female voice
This is yeah.
that says, "Oh, that's the robe of stars." And then when you
Bruh.
hear that, this black or dark blue robe, whatever color you choose to be it, is embroidered with white or silver stars. You gain +1 bonus to saving throws while wearing it. 6 stars located on the robe's upper front portion are particularly large. While wearing this robe, you can use an action to pull off one of the stars to use it to cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell per day. Daily at dusk, 1d6 remove stars reappear on the robe. While you wear the robe, you can use an action to enter the astral plane along with everything you are wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return to the astral plane you were on, or the material plane that you were on. You reappear in the last place you occupied, or if that space is occupied, the nearest unoccupied space.
Christ on sale. Okay.
Can we require that every time he tears off a star and casts magic missile that he says, "I'm casting magic missile"?
I'm casting magic missile.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
attacking the darkness.
I'm gonna let you guys make up the diet tips from the manual of bodily health. So if it's like he has to become a vegan, or if like he can only strictly eat kale, or do some weird shit. I'll leave that up to you. Oh, can't drink. Okay, that's Aster's rule. Spoony, what's your rule?
Uh-oh.
This is every time I use the robe's little star thing to go blip.
This is anyone who uses the book or who started studying the book.
Aster can't study a book. Wait, what is that?
Aster's illiterate. She
Wait,
literally
what do you
can't.
So,
Literally can't.
So in the manual of bodily health, there's exercise and like diet tips that are in there. Aster or Renee's rule is that you can't drink if you have the book. What is your rule? It can be a diet tip or an exercise.
You must run everywhere.
Yeah, you're not allowed to walk.
Okay.
Ugh.
What?
It's kind of like playing. It's like playing a video game. Like if they have like a walk feature, like nobody ever uses that shit in like Final Fantasy. Just you run everywhere, just everywhere running.
Everywhere running.
Yeah, like everyone's like fucking seriously a marathon runner in those games. You're like, Dan, what's your rule?
It's gotta be. I'm thinking Final Fantasy survival mode. You have to be properly hydrated at all times.
Okay. And Taylor, what's yours?
The What are the rules so far again? Remind me. There's
You have to be properly hydrated.
Okay.
You have to run everywhere, and you can't drink.
can't do drugs.
Okay. Can't
No
do
drugs.
I'm also going to
Actually, what? Let me
constitutes a drug?
let me redact that. Let me get a little more creative. If you don't eat 3 hearty meals in a day, you lose the benefit of the book for 24 hours.
Okay.
You only receive the benefit by reading it.
Yeah, but then to keep it, you gotta get those macros, man, or else you crash.
Okay.
Also, I've been looking up rules on this, and it's basically down to like a DM rule. Can I wear this robe over the armor that I have? The robe doesn't give me any benefit to armor class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you already wearing a robe?
Nope. I'm just wearing leather armor.
Okay.
He had a
Double robe
shitty
would be
cloak
sick.
on, but that's.
I had a shitty cloak.
This is my rule. Every morning you have to do this workout routine.
Oh fuck.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
Oh my god, the One
100
Punch Man.
squats, and a 10-kilometer
Fucking-
run. That's 6.2
That's
miles.
not even rigorous workout.
All right.
That's
That's
my.
how you become
that's
the
my
most
rule.
powerful superhero in the world.
Yeah, that's how you get a +2 maximum Constitution bonus right there.
I mean, it makes sense. Like to have that kind of a boost in your ability to like be healthy, you would have to undertake some pretty fucking severe shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you found any of the other ones, because that, like, literally, why I asked for a number is that in the random the treasure generator, I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was like some of the shit that came up. So I was like that, and that. You guys, you identified the items. It's about that potion's a potion of cloud giant strength. The toe does not. The toe looks different, but you know that's a giant's toe that's in there, and you know what it's for.
I know a giant toe when I see it.
Yep. And then
Do you have to eat it like the worm in a tequila bottle?
I
Yes.
think it's one of those things like when you uncork the bottle, it disappears. I think. I hope.
Joe just said yes, so I think you have to eat the toe.
eat the toe. All right.
Not worth.
You guys get your
Work.
long rest in. Do you guys start heading back to the Migutown?
Are we
Yes.
climbing up
So-
the mountain for a reason?
Did
Uh,
We
get what
yes.
we came
The,
up here
the
for?
reason that we just finished.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that gem. That okay. I forgot that the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
thing had the gem. That guy.
Got it.
You guys are can do what you want. You can head back to Migutown. You guys can explore the mountain. You guys can say fuck Migutown and continue on forward. It's your world.
Well, now it's easier to get down. I kind of want to check out like maybe the other paths that we may have come across while walking up here.
Okay, it's gonna take you another day to kind of explore the other paths if you want to do that, and like, and do that if you want to follow that route.
What do you guys want to do? What do you want to eat? No, what do you want to eat?
I do want to iterate. There is no time limit currently.
I'm trying to remember
Okay.
why we had got out here. We wanted the
We came
gemstone.
out here to get the power of the wind crystal to
Okay.
fly.
Right.
and we did that.
Mm-hmm. Now we want to go back and give that to so that we can make the ship go.
I
Yeah.
mean, Lala would probably, she'd probably just want to go back because she wants to fly the airship.
Yeah, Aster just want to go back because the only things on the other path would be looting, and Aster doesn't care about looting.
I kind of want to go back just because I want to get rid of all this shit we've been picking up.
Okay. So you guys start heading back, not detouring anywhere.
No.
Okay. You guys make the trip back, and it's about 3 days travel back. It's uneventful. You guys camp, do your watches. Nothing sticks out to you. And you guys are back to Migutown. You're at the gates of Migutown.
The gates of Migutown. I want to go to the bounty board or whoever I turn in this bounty to.
Okay. You start making her that way. Graylin, where are you going?
I'm going to bathhouse.
Okay. All right.
I'm not following you.
You left first.
Aster's gonna follow wherever Lolala goes.
Okay, Lolala, where are you going?
I'm going back to Sid's.
Okay. So let's start off with Dan first, or Crash. Crash, you get to the bounty office. It's kind of where the guard's office is too. You know it to be like a very lucrative place. People exchange those pendants for money. As they have strong magical properties, or used to make like magical items. Like, you know, your sword was probably forged from fighting a creature that was like an ice type of some sort, and they took the pendant, and then when they forged a great sword, they also incorporated the pendant in there somehow. So this is why they are sought after and for money and paid handsomely. So you bring it up there, and you see the guy. He's like going through some papers. It's I'm gonna say he's a Lalafell, and he's sitting there, and like he's got like a little banister that he walks around to be like eye level with or like up to the counter. Like other people, and just in case anyone else comes in, and he has like a lower counter that like he can like go, other Lalafells can go up to, or go to the upper portion. And it looks like he's like sorting stuff out and like getting paperwork figured out, and yeah, he doesn't notice you.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Is this where I turn in like the monster tokens or something?
Yeah. Are you sure? Are you sure you got one? I know you got some armor on you, but you're pretty timid.
I mean, I don't. Looks are deceiving. I may have one. I may or may not have one, but
Did you beat up a brownie?
No. Why would I do that? That's what? No. I can protect myself.
That's a quick 50 kill. I mean,
no. What if I said I had something of slightly more value than that?
let me see it.
Okay, and I put it on the table.
And he looks and he's like, "What in the seven hells is that?" And he like grabs it before you're done finishing talking, and he brings it over to like this little like scanner thing, and he like puts it in there and starts testing it. And he's like, "I fucking hope Sid's contraption works. Here we go." And he clicks it on, and you hear a bunch of mechanical whirring and all that kind of stuff, and like this light comes down and like scans it over a little bit, like a thin line, and then all of a sudden the numbers pop up on a weird. It was a black bar before, but like it illuminates and it throws you off. You haven't seen anything such. It's like magic. But it doesn't have like a magical feeling to it. But
the machine looks magic?
No, it looks magic. It doesn't feel magic.
Right. Yeah, looks magic.
And as you are watching the numbers light up, you just see the number 40000.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and he's like, "Wow, what was this?"
Something gooey. I think it. If I know what it looks like a wyvern. I don't know if it was a wyvern. Do you guys have those around here?
Well, I mean, like,
They have like a book.
do
Do
they have a book?
do they have a monster manual? Get it because it's D&D.
I don't think this is a unique monster. Like, wyverns aren't generally this color or worth that much. Wyverns are generally probably maybe worth 5,000, maybe. This is something more.
I mean, like, so me and my friends, we went and found this thing. We actually were looking for something totally different. We found it. It attacked us. We murderized it, and then it started talking after it was dead. I mean, I'm assuming most things don't do that. So does that make it special?
I mean, is it still alive? Is it still talking?
I mean, a friend of mine shot it through the eye. I don't think so. It wasn't talking anymore, and it kind of has a giant hole in it.
Is your friend the type of person to shoot first and ask questions later?
You could say that. You can say that.
Oh, okay, well, hold on 1 second. And he's like going through, and he opens up a safe, and you see him like counting out stuff real quick, and he brings up four bags with a 10K numbered on it, and he like puts it down in front of you, and gives you the 40,000. And he's like, "We'll make something fine out of this. Maybe an armor, or a spear of some sort."
What if? Hear me out. I brought this to you, and maybe I pay some of this a little bit back to you and get something pretty nice. What are you thinking of doing?
I mean, it might take a while. I'm not doing anything like that right now. I gotta get it to someone who can crack the magic on it, and then find a way what it best be attuned for. Each pendant's either good for an armor or a weapon of some sort, or maybe a wondrous item. But this, I don't know. It's a debate on what it best be. Honestly, you could make this a T-shirt and have a wind property to it, but it depends on the property that is best suited.
Well, okay. Then what other kind of stuff you got around here? What's I start just kind of just pushing things around, like what else is around here? What can I mean, I want some of this money for like living and stuff, but it'd be cool if I can just get something like.
We just really deal with the pendants here and the bounties. We don't really have the items that are made.
That's why when I was doing that, there was nothing there. I was just kind of smacking the air. Okay,
yeah,
makes sense.
You're just like, well, look at all this stuff around here, and he's just looking at you like you're crazy right now, and he's like, well, here's your money. You can go spend it on whatever you want. Maybe in a couple days, maybe a week, you can see what item is in the weapon shop or the armor shop, depending.
Okay. So he paid me in gil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 40,000.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, okay.
And then you grab your money and you leave, and then Graylin, you're entering the bathhouse.
Yep.
What do you want to do at the bathhouse?
We'll take a fucking. I wanna sip some tea.
Okay.
I do. Graylin's there for like the less scrupulous parts, but he just flat out does actually want a bath though. Like he just wants to take a fucking bath. Like he's been cleaning himself with prestidigitation for like months and months, and wants a bath.
So
with
you can
someone else.
Here are the prices, right? You can have like a 500, just like an hour soak in the sauna, or the communal bathing area, and it goes all the way up to the Don Juan special, which is about 2,000 gil.
Nice.
I'm sorry, what? The Don Juan special?
Yeah.
I want there to be a Witcher scene where everybody starts fighting in bath towels.
Fuck. All right, I don't have that much, but what is their reaction to if I pull out one of the Wyvern scales, the iridescent Wyvern scales?
Oh, it looks pretty.
Okay, okay.
It has no value to them. It might have value to. You think that might have value to like an armorer of some sort?
All right, so I put that back. What? So I don't have what's below the Don Juan special.
That would be.
I'm waiting. I want to see. I want to hear these names that you come up with.
I'm trying to keep them in theme too, because Don Juan.
Actually, can I try to talk them down on the price of the Don Juan special? I have 1400 gil or 1420.
Yeah, 1420. Do you have any gold on you?
Yeah, probably. Let me check. Yeah.
You're like going to pull out the money, and there's like some gold that's like mixed in with your gil. That usually doesn't happen, as your bag of holding is really good about accurately giving you what happens. So when the gold comes out, the people, the main attendants, like, boy, that's pretty valuable right there.
What?
Gold.
How valuable?
I forgot what the conjunction I made it. It was.
I like that the exchange rate's always favorable for like whatever money we had from like the other world.
Well, it's from a different time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So gold is like become more valuable over time. So I'm gonna say every one piece of gold is worth 100 gil.
Every 1 gold, 1 to 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will cough up 20 gold.
You see the guy. He's like, you're just giving this to me?
No, and I like point to the Don Juan special on the board.
I mean, like, you're just. I've never seen anyone just handedly hand gold. I mean, do you want what? Do you want men? Do you want women? Do you want Rogadin? Do you want
women? But at least one Rogadin.
Okay. We also have a Moogle.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I appreciate the breadth of your.
I mean, if you throw
options,
in,
but I draw the line at fur.
If you throw in a few more gil or gold, or if you have any more gold coins, we can name a special after you and charge that much. And then we'll make it on the with what you have. We'll do that, and then you name what you want to happen.
I'll take one Graylin, please.
Dude, oh, that makes me like. It's funny, but that makes me so viscerally uncomfortable. Like me, not Graylin. I think I'm just gonna go with the special. Like, it's like I didn't come here to like help you hash out a new business plan for this. Like, I came to like blow off some steam, as it were.
Well, go blow off away.
Gross.
Gross.
And that's what Graylin does.
He says that. It's just like as he walks by, like he's like gross.
You get your own private room for however long you're there.
Cool.
And then Lolala.
That's all I wanted.
That's all.
Hi.
I'll tell you what I want.
Man, I wish.
What I really want.
I mean,
I want to fly.
This is a business transaction, Aster.
Aster's got money. That's what's a special named after her.
Aster should have gone to the bathhouse.
Aster's special would be called a Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
Gross.
The Aster unicorn.
Gross,
that's what I would call
dude.
it.
Oh.
Gross.
Another life, another time.
Well, yeah, you guys are walking to Sid's house. I mean, you guys are walking along that way. You see Graylin walk off towards that direction, and then you make your way towards Sid's establishment. And as you get there, it's like...
Can I wave at Graylin as he walks towards the bathhouse and yell at, "Bye, Graylin! Have fun with the naked people!"
Have good sex.
I just give like the highest and biggest thumbs up. Just like I don't think I have a spell that makes like parts of my body bigger.
Do you have minor illusion?
I just caught where that could have gone.
Yep.
No, I don't think I do actually.
You don't have an elephantitis spell?
Fuck off.
It's called enlarge.
Enlarge.
I actually no. Here's what I do.
Zoom,
It's-
enhance.
It's non-functional, but it appears. I just make a really big mage hand,
It happens.
and
all,
it's just like it's like a big thumbs up.
it happens to all mages.
I swear it doesn't happen all the time though.
Or
Your
I'll like
mage
take.
hand- is
I just
that
want to
your
take. I want
mage
to take a
hand, or you
star
have
off
to
the
just
cloak and throw it into the sky and have it be like a firework that just makes like a thumbs up, like in Mario when you
Okay.
like be
Uh,
like in Mario.
that could be
Oh,
like,
or like an
that could be a
Adventure
dumb
Time?
thing that the cloak does if you wanted to.
Aster
I can-
turns
I can-
to Lolala and she's just like, I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's finally, you know,
He's growing up.
becoming a man. Finally.
Well, Lala nods.
About
Hold on,
maybe,
hold on.
Maybe he'll stop being such a great person.
No, you don't hear that.
You don't hear that.
So
You
your
need it.
cloak makes
So hard to
They're having a quiet conversation as you're like shooting firework thumbs up and shit. You need a 20.
Yeah, you need at least a
I wasn't gonna assume that I heard them.
your cloak makes dauntless flares.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you guys get to as you guys approach Sid's workshop. You guys literally see Sid like in the window just waiting, and he's like, and then he sees you guys, and he's like, oh, and you just see him disappear, and loud bangs come from inside, and then like
Gun!
and then and then the doors open. He's got like a bucket on his foot, and like shit's like knocked over, and he's like, did you get it?
We got it!
Loud bangs are coming from inside Graylin's house too.
You just hear in the distance like, I'm getting it.
I like how you can't yell. I
No, I
yell.
can't. Nope. Not gonna yell about that. Mm-mm. Not in this house.
Here, yeah. They're like, what game is he playing downstairs?
Oh, they know I'm playing D&D.
What's he doing in his D&D campaign
I think
downstairs?
they could figure that out as well. That's why I'm not gonna shout it.
He's like, he runs outside like to greet you guys, and he's like, he looks like he's looking for it. He's like all excited, and he's like, oh, what?
I mean, Lolala like immediately hands over the compass and everything they got from the weird Wyvern thing.
Oh, so literally he just goes for the crystal, and he's just like, oh, and he like takes it and runs away. And he's like, as soon as he got it, it's like a silhouette of smoke, like sitting in front of you, like very like cartoonish. And he's inside the workshop, and you just
Lolala just like runs after just to like watch him build this thing so that they could fly the airship.
yeah. Lolala, you head inside. Aster, what are you doing when this happens?
Aster's just looking at the airship, still completely confused as to what the purpose of this airship is. And she's just kind of walking around it, kind of like looking at it, smelling it, licking it, trying to get a grasp of what it is.
So as you're
Alright.
like smelling and licking it, you like lick it, and you're like, and then you hear cat. As you look over, and Erin is like sitting next to you, and she's like, "It doesn't taste good."
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a mistake. What was her name? Erin again?
Yep.
Erin, do you know what this is? Yeah.
It's a ship that flies.
I mean, it flies.
Well, it's supposed to fly.
Only birds can fly, and eagles and bugs.
But yeah, but this is what I was made to do, but that hasn't yet. But it will. Uncle Sid's really good.
So we got the crystal to make it fly.
Yes.
Where's Sid? Sid. Sid.
He's inside the ship. You just hear loud banging as him and Lolala are inside. He's in the engine room, adjusting things and like getting things ready and tweaking and before he puts the crystal in there.
How many airships has your uncle made?
Just the one.
Just this one?
Yeah.
He doesn't make them for anyone else?
No.
Is he making it for himself? Our seems to think that we're just gonna take this.
Well,
or have it, or use it for some reason.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That's adult talk. I don't know. I don't understand them. You talk
There's
to
no
them.
such thing as adult talk, Aaron.
Well,
all talk is made for you and me and us.
Oh, well, they don't include me in that talk then.
You should just include yourself.
Ooh.
And you see her ponder, and she's like, Can you teach me more?
How to include yourself in things that you don't belong in? Absolutely.
Just how to be like you.
Oh no.
That,
Oh.
yeah, sure.
No.
You know why not? I've got time to kill. What do you want to learn?
God damn it. God
And
damn it.
this is where we cut over to Lolala.
Fuck.
And as
you leave me alone for 1 second.
Fuck.
Literally.
And this is how you start a fire.
Like, how is it that she's the one that gets left with the most impressionable NPCs?
Have you ever done a thing called drugs?
Here, try this.
Do you know what drugs
Wait,
are?
how old is Aaron? 6?
6, yeah.
Oh.
So Lolala, you see like Sid, and he's like making adjustments all over the place, and he's like fine tuning things, and he's like, then he takes a wrench and just starts banging like the piece of machine. And he's like, okay, I think we're ready. Are you ready?
Is that how you fix stuff?
Yeah. Is that not how you fix stuff? You hit, like if there's.
That's how I fix stuff.
Yeah, that's how I fix stuff. It works.
It does work. Yeah.
And then, and he's like, do you want to put it in together?
Do I? And Lolala just like dashes over and grabs the other half of the crystal.
So as he like opens up this this glass, well, it's like a cylinder shaped thing with a half cylinder door, and he like pushes a button and it lifts up, and he's like, all right, all we gotta do is enter it in here. And as you guys go to enter it and set it, and it brings it back down, you start to hear a rumble, and that's where we go on our first break.
Rumbles are never good.
Well, it depends. Sometimes
Sounds like an engine.
True. It's true.
This might be a good rumble.
This is a good rumble. All right, we'll be back.
Not a rumbly in the tummy.
Graylin's having a good
rumbly
rumble.
in my tumbly.
Graylin's getting a good rumble in.
Isn't that more
brother.
rumble?
Rumble and a tumble.
You
And a
pay
fumble.
double for that.
Dude, he paid the
them in
most.
pure gold, so
It was like
True.
20 gold? No.
20 gold.
Yeah, 20 gold.
Damn, son.
All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll come here about Graylin's Rumble Tumble.
Wait, how much is a platinum worth?
You didn't ask that question yet, so we'll be right back.
I hate you, Joe. Abject screaming the entire time.
no, it's fine. They were war cries.
A stream so long that I just pass out and you guys won't have to worry about me anymore.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
I wanted to say that before someone said something that was like super crazy, and I was like, but then again, you guys say super crazy shit.
I was gonna say,
That's
that
fine.
wouldn't have been
waffles
any
and
different.
Pancakes are both delicious.
I mean, that's not super crazy. That's pretty true. So one
But
recipe,
waffles are better.
one recipe that I've
It
been
depends on what you're looking for.
Waffles. I'm looking for waffles.
I make like
I
these.
feel like he's made that pretty clear.
I make these crepe pancakes.
Damn it! Now I want waffles.
They're really good. All you need is like 2 eggs, cinnamon, some sugar substitute, and cream cheese.
Would you call them crepe cakes?
Yeah, that's what I do call them.
Oh, all right. Never mind. Fuck me.
They're one of Meta's favorite foods. And I
pretty good.
like eating them. They're not very filling to me because I can eat a lot, and like if I had a stack of them, I'd be like, yeah. But it takes a while to like fry up like an individual crepe. So I more make them for Meta randomly. Especially
You gotta get one of those Japanese things where it's just basically a hot surface, and then they have the thing that they roll all the way around it to make it a perfect circle, and then it just comes right off. You ever seen those?
No.
The crepes? Yeah, it's like a cylinder that it's like a metal cylinder, just gets really hot. They pour the batter on, and then it spreads
Yeah,
out to the
actually,
edges, and then they scrape off the sides.
That sounds delicious.
There was a crepe station when we went to go see the eclipse, and they had one of those.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I now want to buy
It's super
one.
cool.
Crepes are good. I love crepes.
Very good. Roll 'em up in some fruit. Oh,
No,
Now
fucking
you guys are just making me hungry. That's not fair.
Nutella and peanut butter on a crepe.
that sounds good too. Some savory stuff.
It's a
Yeah,
Reese's-
definitely.
There's
Reese's
so many
crepe.
good crepe places in the Bay Area. Oh my god, there's like a.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been able to find a crepe place since then. But then for some reason, in the Bay Area, there's like 7 of them.
Damn.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's one in downtown called Crepe Happens.
Okay.
Not a joke. It happens.
Nope.
That's a thing. The crepes, I feel like you can do a lot of puns with, which is well. And then downtown San Francisco, you probably find a lot of pun stuff in there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's quite punny. Everybody tweet at Renee next weekend. You're gonna be in San Francisco.
Yep.
Crepe happens. We'll meet
Invite her
there.
to get crepes.
Renee's doing a meetup at Crepe Happens next weekend in San Francisco.
Oh my God.
Be there, be square.
It's that I went to wasn't a play on words, but it was called Crepe a Go Go. Oh man, this is so good.
It's still along those same lines as of a wacky
sounds-
title.
Still a
That
wacky
sounds-
name.
Wacky waving
That's
inflatable arm
that's
flailing
what
tube
I'm
I
man.
don't know. That
Emporium?
title's pretty creepy.
I'm gonna literally
Stop!
I'm gonna name this episode Crepe Happens.
Crepes.
All
I
right.
had to come out of my wacky inflatable tube man gesture to tell you to stop that one.
Which I'm sorry, you'll have to just start over.
Crepes.
Back
Okay.
on the airship. As
No, that's how we're gonna fly this thing.
Yeah.
There actually has like 2 of those things on the front of it, and it tells it the wind direction. They're like, whoa!
Instead of this weird majestic lady that's like putting forward like you'd have on a pirate ship, it's just a wacky inflatable
Yeah,
tube man.
instead of a masthead, we have a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys, Lolala and Sid, load up the crystal and put it in, and it begins to hover a little bit as you hear this rumbling begin. And then you see these gauges and lights start to light up all over the ship and within the ship, and it becomes alive.
It's alive!
It's alive.
Aster, you're sitting outside, and the airship was resting on several resting planks, mounts that were holding it up. And then you feel it shake as you're talking to Erin outside and giving her whatever advice that you're giving her to be more like you. The ship begins to slightly hover a little bit as the propellers begin to spin, and the roar of the engine begins to harmonate throughout the ship.
Aster pulls out her quarterstaff.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Roll initiative against the airship.
And is ready to fight the airship.
So Aaron's like, "Oh wow, are you gonna fight it?"
Yeah, why is it? It roared at me. It made a sound at me.
Oh, I think it turned on.
I mean, it turned down. That was a growl.
Turned on, not turned down.
No, I
Turned
said
down for what?
I said turned on.
God. You beat me to it.
Now that song's stuck in my head.
Aster smacks it with her quarterstaff.
You smack the ship with your quarterstaff, and your quarterstaff shakes a little bit. Yeah, you are. You haven't done any damage to it, but you hit it, and you hit it good.
So you're saying it's alive or on, but it's not an enemy. What is it, like a pet? Is it a thing? Is it a living thing?
It's like a ship that flies.
I don't know what a ship. What is this? What is a ship?
It's like a carriage that flies.
What's a carriage? What are these words?
Like a wooden horse that flies.
Is that like that thing? Like it's got wheels and
Yes, but it has no wheels because it flies. And she like starts pointing to
Why
the
doesn't it have
air,
wings?
to the ceiling.
It should have wings. If it could fly, it'd have wings like a bird.
No, it's got propellers.
It's magic.
What are propellers?
Meanwhile, in the background, Lolala's just running back and forth across the airship.
Of course she is.
Can I hear
Yeah.
that? Can Aster hear that?
Yeah. I mean, she's not quiet.
Aster runs inside because she's convinced that this thing is hurting Lolala now.
And when you run to the deck of the ship, you see Lolala running around. What's Lolala look like when she's running around?
I mean, she's got like both hands in the air with a giant goofy grin on her face, just giggling and screaming in happiness.
Aster runs in and attempts to swoop and grab Lolala and like pull her away from whatever invisible thing is trying to hurt her. Lolala, it's alive! It's gonna. What is happening? Why are you screaming? It growled.
It's
You
an
heard the growl?
airship! It's flying!
I don't know what that means. What do you mean it's an
It's
airship?
like a dragon!
And then that's when Sid, he's like, time to open it up. And then the fucking ceiling starts.
Open what up? What is happening?
And the sun begins to peer through the ceiling. As like you see Aaron climbing up over the side of the ship, as well as the ceiling opens up and the airship begins to ascend into the air.
Aster holds on to a mast or something that might be present and is clinging to it. Doesn't know what's going on.
Is this close enough to town to where we'd see it
Right.
from town?
You guys.
Lolala is jumping up and down, although because she is a dragoon and has a jump ring, she's probably jumping like 10 to 20 feet in the air every time.
Oh my god.
Graylin, give me a perception. At disadvantage because you're busy.
Busy.
No. Crash, give me a perception. Yeah, you definitely you're like, walk around like with your bags of money and you're like, where do I need to go? And then all of a sudden in the distance, you just see a fucking ship start flying up in the air.
I shove everything in my pack and I climb on the nearest roof and jump from roof to roof to get there.
Okay. So by the time you get there, it's going to be like in the air and you can't reach it. But you can, No one else can see you because they're on the top side of the deck, not looking down, I don't imagine. Depending on whatever they're doing. And Sid's like, let's go. And he clicks the lever and it starts moving forward and you guys start flying through the air. And this is when we start playing the most appropriate music at this point in time.
There's only. Yep, we're good.
As you guys start flying on the airship all around, and as you, if any of you look over the edge, you see that like everyone's becoming more minuscule and smaller, and everything like looks like a toy model size when you're this high up in the air. And your eye can see further, or like so far into the distance, like and see the edge of the horizon. As you become very much above the land that you've been so attuned to.
Aster flips out and turns into a giant eagle.
Okay.
Wait, can you fly though?
Yeah, I can fly now. Level 8, I can fly.
Oh, okay,
That was like
I think
the
if you were
big thing that I
flightless,
got.
it'd be like that fucking cockatoo that like runs around, it's just like
Just
shouting.
running around this yelling.
it's like ah!
Is
Ah!
that, you
Yeah,
turn,
when I got
into
level
a
8, I can
giant
fly
bird.
now.
You turn into an ostrich.
Oh, that'd be sad. Or giant chicken.
That's a choke.
Chickens can kind of fly.
So
It
yeah.
can in Fable 3.
What do you do as a bird? Do you just like sit on the deck and you're just a giant bird? Like
Actually, no. Instead of a giant eagle, Aster turns into a giant owl. Sorry, giant
Okay.
owl's way better.
you're a giant owl.
More likely she's seen an owl than an eagle.
Okay. Yeah, and as you do you start flying next to the ship or like flying
Yeah, Aster
alongside?
just looks around and like had like wandered to the edge of the ship and saw everything was super small and like didn't trust that she was on this thing and knew that she could probably fly better than this ship. So
Yeah.
turned into an owl and is just kind of hovering alongside it and like lands on like the mast a little bit higher up, but she feels much safer knowing that she's in control of the flight.
It's a little bit tricky because it starts moving forward, and as you're flying up, the mast starts moving away from you as it starts propelling itself forward. So you have to kind of shoot yourself forward, but it moves faster than the owl can. But you grab onto the main mast on top, right like by the crow's nest. Before it gets out of your reach and you would be just flying in the mid-air. And you guys start flying forward, and you guys are moving at a great pace. You guys see the desert of glass down below. It sparkles like the night sky, but is beautiful prisms shoot from it. You see the mist in the distance that's encompassing where you know that Mugiltopia is. You see Mount Windsong in the distance. And you remember where Mirrorstone and Port Dragoon are. Mountains are encompassing those areas now, so you don't know what has become of those areas or if they have been destroyed over time. But going around, Sid doesn't berth too far from the city. He more just like does like simple tests like rotation and going up and down and like seeing how fast he can go and then like turning it around and coming back. Lolala, what are you doing this whole time?
Lolala is vying to drive the airship. She's like basically, please, can I drive it? Oh my god!
Okay, a few minutes, but don't crank the wheel, because we might die.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. I don't really want to die. I just want
Okay.
dragon.
So you begin steering the ship and like testing it out. I will let you take the airship skill proficiency now.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
As he teaches you like what's going on with it, and you can and it's gonna be based off your I'm gonna say strength, because you have to like move the wheel and do that kind of stuff. So
Ignore that.
you speak airship.
Can talk to the airship.
So after about a few hours of flying through the air, and doing a bunch of stuff, and like you see Erin, and she's like looking over the sides, and she's like, "Whoa, this is awesome!" And is like walking up and watching Lolala steer the ship, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And like running to the lower decks of the ship and looking inside like the portholes, and seeing outside the ship, and like being amazed and all that. And then Sid, he's like, "Okay, we're gonna take it back in. That's enough testing for today.
Aw, man!
We'll fly it more tomorrow. I promise. We'll see where we go from there. Okay."
Just one more minute.
Well, we're flying back right now. I'll let you fly back, but when we get over town, I gotta take over.
So cute.
She's like,
And Lolala just the entire time has the absolute biggest, dumbest grin on her face flying the airship. She's probably never been happier in her life.
you feel
It's like
very
me
akin
when
to
we were riding the
dragons.
basilisk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Aster has the biggest freaked out owl eyes as she's like rotating her head around looking at shit.
Aster's
because
just Monka S as hell this entire time.
Monka S AF.
Yeah.
So, and as you guys get back, Sid lands the ship back in the very skillfully into the area that the ship was landing, and turns it off, and you hear a doof as it like lands in the mountains. Crash, you're on top of the house that Sid's workshop. As this thing lands in, the weird thing in the backyard that you guys saw earlier is now split open, and is a big hole as the airship lands inside. And you see Lolala like and a giant owl on top of the airship as it's landing down, going and spinning its head around. It has a purple flower in its hair though, and a dead cat on it.
Yeah, it's like a gingery looking owl which nobody's ever seen.
I like that.
Oh, no, Astray is like on the bottom floor of the ship, just like getting like just tossed around the airship.
Okay.
Aster completely left Astray behind because she was freaked out. She's like, "You'll be fine on the ship." Your
Okay.
cat.
So I'm just like, I'm sitting there going, I thought you guys left me. I thought you guys didn't like me or something. Where'd you get an owl?
The owl furrows its brow in the only way an owl could. Looks like a
It's
pissed
like-
off owl.
It's like that one owl that like changes its shape, just like its eyes just like narrow.
Yeah.
Lolala's just jumping up and down. Saying, "We flew an airship! It wasn't an airship! It wasn't like a dragon! We flew it!
That's cool. That's cool. I thought you guys left me. So I'm glad you're back. Did you have fun?
Yes!
Sweet. Good.
And the day is coming to an end right now. And the question is what do you guys want to do next? Sid looks at the radar, and he's like, maybe I can attune whatever you guys have a part of you to also pick up on these energies too. Like, so you were he's looking at Crash, and he's like, what were you chosen by?
I don't really know anything about this still. I'm still very confused. I know it was like a big fiery ball that touched me. Is that everything to do with it?
Well, I imagine because Lolala seems to be attuned to the wind.
Yeah, she's very windy. I mean, yeah.
Lolala just doesn't even hear Crash. She's just running around the deck of the airship going, pretending like she's flying.
See? Blowing the wind. Yeah, fire. I think. I don't know.
And he's like, let me see your hand.
Why?
I want to see if I can sense the energy with the radar.
Is this safe?
Yes.
Do you promise?
Yes.
All right, good enough for me. Here you go.
Okay. And he takes your hand, pricks your finger, and then puts blood into the thing. And he's like, "Oh, look at that!" And then all of a sudden, you see a red icon show up on, like, pointing in a certain direction. And then he's like, "Well, looks like you could test it from your blood." Well, that's all I needed, though.
Huh.
Cool.
Go figure.
I just need an
Who
example.
knew it was that easy, eh?
Oh yeah, look there. So.
I don't know why I'm doing this voice, but I'm just gonna stick with
You
it.
hoser.
Oh look.
Jeez.
Closer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out with my
cool.
buds playing some Dungeons and Dragons, you know. You betcha.
It's like cool. So, like red fire. Okay, is that why? I mean, like fire doesn't really hurt me too much. I guess that's like my
I
friend
think that's
now.
from you being a tiefling.
Right.
I'm not good at biology, but I know tieflings are very at home in heat.
But I'm like fire really doesn't hurt me.
I'm like really good at not getting burned.
Yeah, like I'm pretty like
I don't know if you know this.
Do you want to test that?
yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
He's like, let's go over here. And he has a furnace, like a huge furnace that you can like walk into.
At the prospect of Crash burning alive in a furnace, the owl just ruffles up and seems very interested in what's going on.
So yeah, you go into
I
the.
slap my thing, my armor thing, and it goes.
Yeah, please don't slap. Please make sure you specify
Just like
what thing you're
slap
slapping.
the roof of your arm and be like, you won't believe how much heat this thing can take.
Look at this baby. I'll cut you a
Oh,
deal.
yeah, it's the baby thing. Yeah. Won't believe how much heat this thing can take. This baby.
So as you go into the furnace, he's like, hold on, let me get it hot, and he starts throwing like logs in there and stuff like that, and getting it very hot, where he's like even barely able to stand by it. And
then he pushes you in.
yeah, basically. And then he pushes you in, and you go in, and you notice that like when you're in there, you were not taking any damage. It feels fine to you, and
You'll never be warm again.
it also feels like you're very vibrant and alive currently. It's a very weird, it's like the fire and the prick on your finger begins to heal.
Oh. Would you look at that? See? You see fire. See?
Do we have damage absorption for our element? Because
You guys-
that's crazy town. I love it.
It's, as far as
Oh,
you guys
I-
know, no.
I have
Oh.
a couple things that gives me extra fire resistance.
There is, and then the essence of fire, and you have something else that you don't know what it is yet. There's a latent power within inside of you, but it has not come awake yet.
Right.
Because
So I'm just like, yeah, fire's never really bothered me. I don't know what's going on.
but this is like fire's never bothered you, but it's never made you feel energetic and
that's
like
true.
feeling life like billow inside of you, like feeling one with the fire.
One with the fire.
I'm one with the fire.
So do I feel like stronger and
Yeah.
or is it just like more awake?
You
Just
feel
like, oh,
you
I just
feel-
had a cup
you
of
feel
coffee.
Like you have a lot more vitality running through your body right now.
Okay. So because I'm feeling this, just to feel cool, I pull out my sword and I just start swinging it, just like, oh yeah, oh look at me.
Your sword is starting to put out the fire.
Oh, yeah. Might be.
The
a
owl
thing.
begins ruffling its feathers very uncomfortably.
This is awesome. What'd you put in this fire?
Nothing. That's wood.
Oh, it's not like magical or anything?
No.
Because it feels really good.
I'm not a magician.
It's a fire made of cocaine.
I think you need to come
Fire
out of there.
spice.
And like
Hey.
as he opens the door and lets Crash out of there, his armor has that like red kind of like tint, like it's been like tempered, and he's like looks fine inside of it.
Does he look extra muscular and attractive?
Oh, is he maybe sweating a little bit?
Is he like sweaty, like looking
Not like
confident?
sweaty, just like glistening.
Yeah.
I don't
but, like-
imagine he would
like looking,
sweat.
but like looking confident and like.
He also did just walk out of a fucking furnace.
Yeah.
I would imagine that.
This is
I would
definitely
imagine
doing something
like,
for Owl Aster. And,
To say there's
I don't know what
to
it-
say
what
there
like
is
an
heat
owl
coming
looks
off
like.
of him
Yeah.
would be like literally
You-
accurate. Like if the armor maybe
got
caught
this.
some heat.
I got this. Aster, you look over and you see like Crash. Crash, you put your armor away, or are you just sitting in your like red tinted armor and you're like, yeah.
No, I would imagine I'm looking at my armor as it's like glowing or whatever.
Yeah. You're seeing him do this and come out and have this weird confidence that he didn't have before, and you're over there and you're like,
Like rare parrot.
Yeah, like the rare parrot, like
She's rare parroting.
But with the owl eyes, just like
with the owl big ass.
Becky.
Who dat? Who dat? Who is he? Who is he?
So instead of my normal like hunched over slouch, I'm actually standing up straight for once.
Oh my god, who is he?
oh my god, who is that?
Oh my god.
Dude, shut
Thank
up.
God Aster can't speak and she's a fucking owl right now.
You're getting owl called right now.
Does Crash realize that Aster is the owl?
I don't think so at this point.
Some
Not
fucking
yet.
random owl freaking out.
Yeah. That's what you just see over as you're like looking at your armor.
you see an owl batting his huge fucking eyeballs at you.
Bing, bing,
Do
bing.
owls have eyelashes?
Why, hello there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They have
two
quite
sets
big.
of eyelids. They've got interior and anterior.
Oh yeah, they do have eyelashes.
big ones.
Like they've got some fucking peepers on them. They can make
Got
some
some
eyes.
peepers.
Got some peepers, yo.
It's like an owl lands on the ground and it's like batting its eyes and it's like hopping towards you.
Jeepers creepers, look at those peepers.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm not part of this conversation. I'm still getting it.
I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
second.
I'm still getting that nut.
You making your net?
Still getting over the ligma.
Getting that.
Someone in this bathhouse is catching ligma.
as
Hey.
Aster is like doing her furling and dancing, like a feather comes off of her, and Sid grabs it and kind of puts it into the scanner, and a yellow dot appears on in a certain direction.
Aster does not notice this.
No.
No, not at all. Aster
Does the armor start to cool at all?
Yeah, it
Or
begins
just
to
like-
cool.
No, you have red hot armor for the rest of the game.
I don't know if it takes a while or
Yeah,
not.
hot.
Well,
I mean,
Lala's still just running around, just going.
You're hot.
this is, someone
This
he's
is
like,
like-
look at this hot armor, and then there's a Lalafell just, and an owl going. It looks
Meanwhile,
like
Graylin's
insanity.
still in the bathhouse.
this party right now.
Yeah, and then
I think Graylin for his party.
yeah, Graylin's gonna be missing for the rest of the episode.
What?
It's pretty hot
No,
over
you're
here.
not. As morning,
You guys have been gone for like an hour and a half. Like he's
it's becoming
he's still a mortal man. Like Christ.
But it's been a while.
yeah. I
It
mean,
has been a while.
Which means it would have been done like 10 minutes. Like
Hey,
an hour
Depends.
ago.
We're not
Needs a
gonna
rest.
Look, we're
Like
not
an
gonna get it.
hour,
We're not
29
okay.
minutes ago.
We're not gonna get into Graylin's refractory period. All right. But yes, the first one was probably like that scene out of a scary movie.
Need some water. Oh
Ah!
God. You just need some water, some food. You're good.
That,
Some
that
orange
scene
juice?
actually has traumatized my adult life.
It's pretty gross.
Traumatizes everybody,
So
myself included.
it's-
But I masked that with humor.
It's rolling into the evening time, and so you guys can stay at Sid's or Lolala's Manor, wherever you guys choose, or if you guys want something to do in town, that's up to you guys.
When I leave the bathhouse, is it still early enough that I could go to the blacksmith that was checking out that spear that I left?
For the the Don Juan special, it's like all night. You have that until next morning.
A marathon.
Yeah,
Don Juan special.
the Don Juan
What do
special.
you do for like an entire night? What do you like? Sit down and watch Netflix? At
It's
some
probably
point?
like-
what wouldn't you do?
I would imagine there's literally like a full meal involved.
It's
as
called
well.
Moogle Flicks.
like
Log
you-
Flicks.
you, like-
Google Flicks, yeah.
like,
you
it's like
like settle
dinner,
down, watch some.
like
Moogle and
dinner,
chill.
dinner, massage. It's like it's what it, you know what it is. It's like the girlfriend experience thing. It's like having an escort, but it's like 4 people, and you're also just in a bathhouse.
Doesn't sound. I don't know.
Yeah, you get your own private room and bathroom, and
Like take a dump for like 6 hours. And...
If you've been on the road for a while,
God.
that's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, like
I'm not gonna question what Graylin's doing. He can just do what he wants. He,
went
had all
to
the
he
gold.
went to the
Aster
bathhouse.
has a lot of questions. Aster wants some details.
What I don't know won't hurt me.
Aster
Aster
says,
wants
Aster-
to ensure that he was.
Aster
taken
wants
care
those
of, but is
fucking
also-
penthouse letters.
Yeah, Aster's like, so.
Dear penthouse.
How much was it again?
I bathed once. It was great.
Aster's got like $3 on her.
I
there was a
forgot.
Rogan in there.
There's absolutely nothing about the sex. It's just like the feeling of the water on my skin was unlike anything.
Gay.
That one of the workers' messages. He's like, "We had this half-elf boy in our midst, and he cried afterwards."
Half elf boy.
I mean, you gotta remember, he is what's the thing? He is like the reincarnation of basically a god.
So.
He's
So
not.
is-
it's not
so is-
basically
so
a
is,
god.
What's
It's
Kratos' son, isn't he?
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a boy.
So,
Yeah, but I'm not.
Boy.
I'm not like 14.
he's still a baby back
There-
boy.
a big,
Yo,
a
baby.
big giant elven
Boy.
bald
Graylin
man.
is, how old is Graylin?
How old
Graylin's
is Graylin?
27.
Old enough.
I mean,
So
Old-
for a half elf, aren't you basically a teenager?
Mm.
Mid 20s.
Well, I mean, if you want to get technical about it, I'm 527.
Okay.
Half-elves reach
Freaking old people.
maturity at like 18, like humans do. They live a little bit longer than humans. They don't live as long as elves, though.
Excuse me for being 5'19".
Aster's 528.
No, you're older than that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, I did
620.
live that lifetime in another dimension.
Well, it was
so-
7 years, and you were 120, so you're like 627.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I need to edit that. I forgot to add in that 7 extra years I spent.
I just yeah.
Another
I just put
dimension.
my age 19 parenthesis plus 500 NBD.
Were those 7 years like just in your head though? So you just like
No, it's
aged-
7 years like actually in another dimension.
Oh, right, because you were in Monsterland.
Yeah, she was in another dimension and she was a queen. Did a lot to her ego.
The
Fucked
Queen
a
of the
lot
Moonbows.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things really difficult.
All right. So you guys rest for the evening. If you have nothing else you want to do, the next day, Graylin...
Oh wait, hold on. This is an important aspect that needs to change because Aster has to not become an owl at some point.
You do have to de-owl.
Yeah, I have to de-owl, and I don't know where that's going to happen, and if that's going to be in front of anyone. Because
That's your call.
I feel like she would do that deliberately.
Because there's
no,
nothing...
Aster doesn't like think about nudity the same way everyone else does.
There's nothing going on. You could stay at Sid's, or you can go, or you guys all can decide to go to Lolala's Manor. So that's up to you guys or what you want to do. There's no events happening unless you guys want to do something.
I'm pretty
just
sure
wanna-
that Lolala would run for so long that she would eventually, she'd just like start slowing down and slowing down. And
There are
slowing
beds on the
down
underside of the ship.
Passed
Like
out on the airship.
there are beds on the ship.
She falls
Hey.
asleep on the deck of the ship.
Okay.
In the fear of spending like a long time on the ship, I'm gonna sleep somewhere else.
Okay.
Aster-
But I'd like to ask Sid, like, yo, do you see this metal? Is it like, can you take a look at it? Has anything changed?
I fall asleep on a bed of flesh.
One boob.
That
That's-
could also be really creepy, Graylin.
Yep. I left it begging.
had a nice taste of fava beans.
I've been drinking Chianti and eating fava beans all night.
So
I don't want to know what the euphemism is.
Hello, Clarice.
I didn't realize. I'm not going to dovetail into why exactly Hannibal Lecter was eating fava beans, but
He was talking about pairing the people with that as a part of a full dish.
fava beans also contain a chemical that inhibit the antipsychotic drugs that Hannibal Lecter was on.
Farva, like the dude from Super
Fuck.
Troopers.
Yep.
Damn it, Farva! Did you just order a liter cola?
I want a goddamn liter of cola.
Okay, Aster.
Why don't you just order a large fava?
where-
I don't want a large fava.
I want a goddamn I want a large bar.
Where do you turn into back into a humanoid format?
Near Lolala. She notices she eventually like still as an owl is just still watching. When Crash fucks off, she just starts watching Lolala run back and forth and still until she just slowly slows down and then passes out, and then Aster walks up, like flies down and kind of uses her little owl claw to, like pull up a blanket
Okay.
and tuck Lolala in.
Aww.
Turns back into a person and attempts to find her clothing. Doesn't find it though, and just kind of falls asleep somewhere random, I guess, wherever it might be comfortable. Some
Your
rope,
clothes are
wherever.
folded on the deck.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, Aster dresses into those.
Nice turn down service.
Falls asleep on something that might maybe like a big thing, like big rope. Does an airship have rope the way a normal ship has rope?
I mean, it would have. I would imagine it would have
Probably.
like an anchor,
Yeah. All right. Aster sleeps on the rope. Seems comfortable enough.
just like
Like
well,
a
like-
nest, like a big.
I was
nest
saying, like
of
because the
rope.
rope's like stored in coils. You just like
Yeah,
get
like
in
a
the
big
middle
coil.
of it. And
Yeah,
it's like
it works like it's almost like a hole, but it's not quite a hole, so it kind of it serves its purpose.
It's a yeah.
Like I know you're not this, but I keep getting this image of that little frog. Do you see the little frog that like climbs? That, like
Oh,
somebody tried
yeah,
to give
that
this
was so
frog a little bit
cute.
of water.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it just sits in the cap.
It's just like it like looks at it.
and then
it is
just
like-
just walks into it. Yeah,
That is how frogs drink, so it makes sense.
it's like when a cat finds a box and it kind of looks into it and then just sits in it, and then just
like it like gets in and then it like waits. It's like.
Side
and
note.
Now.
Side note. My cat, like we bought cat beds, like a cat bed for our cat Rocket, and we're like, oh, he'll love this. He has not used it. He like refuses it. But
give him time.
No. Here's the thing. There is a box that we got when we ordered something, and we put it on the side in the the dining room area, and
Holy Lord.
he now just sits on the front of it, and that's like his house domain, and he's like, and so
Protect
Let's
her.
see,
we have
I
not
don't-
gotten. We have not gotten rid of it because that's where he stands, and like when we're like walking around the house, he goes there, stands inside his house, and then looks at us as we are doing our
I
business.
don't know about your cats. My cat just, as soon as a box is empty and open, she jumps right into it and she's gone. She's like, I'm gonna stay right in here. You guys can't see me. I'm good. There's no like curling up to it. There's no warming up to it. It's just, nope, that's mine. I'm in.
Yeah, Luna tends to like as soon as we empty a box, if we set it on the floor, she'll kind of look. She might like do that one paw thing, smell it, rub her face on a little, and then eventually she just goes boop and leaps right into it.
Yeah.
Aster's not, or Zoe is not a fan of boxes. She fucking hates them. She will not go near them.
Okay. More about cats.
Okay.
Speaking about cat people, in the morning, Sid's like, so I guess I'm giving this to you guys. I made it for you. As he like Lolala, and he's like bringing Lolala and Aster breakfast, and he has like food, and he's
What's
like
for
waking
breakfast?
you up. Bacon, eggs, slice of ham.
Where's my breakfast?
You're not there.
I'm like in a couch or a bed somewhere.
Oh, okay.
here.
Yeah, he would have brought you yours first.
Oh, okay.
And
I
you're
was on the ship.
In the morning before I head over to Sid's, because that's where Graydon would assume they are, I want to hit that blacksmith.
okay.
Just so that's it. Just so that's out there.
Okay. All right. So he's like, I mean, I got everyone's signature except for I imagine Graylin's, who's attuned to water.
Yes.
No, he's just saying that's him.
Essence of
I think so.
The essence of beauty.
Moisture.
Merman, daddy.
Well, you know what water was also used for? Narcissus staring at himself until he died. True story.
You know, water was also used for washing. Like what like washing clothes.
Water
drowning
was
people.
also used for waterboarding, so I
Like,
mean,
oh man, I'm inherently evil.
Water was also used to make the sarcophagus juice.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, it was.
Oh.
Right back.
In the water.
So, I mean, if you guys want, you can, I can get it ready for you. You guys take off in maybe 4 to 6 hours.
Sounds like just
If you-
enough time to go around town and pick up anything we might need for our next adventure.
Oh, maybe it does.
Sounds like enough time to get drunk at the bar.
It's 9.
Woo!
I'm not there, but it's 9 in the morning, Aster.
So, someone read her the book.
Well, no. That's
Fucking,
can't
oh my
read.
god, can you imagine like forcibly reading her that book?
She
Would
can't
you both
read.
be bound by it?
That would be like some Exorcist shit, though.
Yeah,
No.
most people would be bound
So-
by it.
Like,
Back-
and you cannot drink just.
Back in the day, the tomes of like that it boosted the attributes. It never stated that after you read it, the magic disappeared. That's a new thing they added in 5th edition, because we used to fucking be like, well, I'm done with the book. Well, I'll take the book and practice my 6 days and like get that little boost going too for my character, because that was the loophole on it. So they nixed that one in the butt, which I was glad to see. So you guys not passing around one tome. And like, oh, my constitution's gone up by 2. Look at me, Dad.
I just want to see. I want to see a cursed version of those books that instead of giving it to you, it actually reduces your score by 1, and whoever created the book gets that point.
Thank you for the idea.
Oh fuck!
Why would you
Well,
do this to us, Taylor?
Never trust the book that McLocan gives you again, ever.
Aster just generally doesn't trust books.
You can't read.
That's why she
And that's when Lola threw away all.
I don't understand it. Can't trust it.
can't trust.
I
it.
don't know
But this
why
is-
I'm doing this, but
I'm not supposed to trust the books, but this is like the book of elephantitis. I mean, I should read it, right?
The Book of Elephantitis.
Terrible book.
Okay, so what are you guys all getting? What supplies are you guys all getting?
I want to know what the fuck is up with that spear.
Okay.
The spear that you left
Aster
there. Yeah.
follows Graylin because she wants every detail of what happened to the bathhouse. Because
Okay.
she only heard inklings between in passing.
Lolala also follows Graylin because she doesn't have any money.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. I
probably
imagine that. So I was actually thinking about this. I would. Crash would have given
No, I've got something.
10,000 to everybody except for maybe Aster because she didn't care about it. But that's
Yeah,
up to
the
her.
Cool.
second that was handed to her, Aster just fucking slapped it out of his hand and had it.
Yeah, I don't think she. I think he would have known this. He wouldn't have even tried. He would just added or gave 10,000 gil to both the other two.
Done.
Actually, Aster would request her portion is given to Lolala.
Okay.
Okay.
So does
Okay,
Graylin?
so I have 20,000
So
gil.
okay, here's how this plays out.
Is
so
Graylin going
we're-
to Sid's first or the blacksmith first?
Blacksmith first.
Okay, so let's do the blacksmith. So you walk in. What are you doing at the blacksmith?
I had left the Gillen Laid spear that we got off that salamander with them, that had been made like fucking 500 years ago.
He's like looking
Aster's
at it.
just
and
looking. So did they bathe their feet? Did they bathe like everything? Did they bathe?
Have I met up with them yet, or
everywhere?
You went
What? We're not
straight.
here yet.
No, he went straight from the bathhouse to the blacksmith. That's why I asked that.
Yeah.
So
It was-
He's like looking at the spear and he's like, as far as anything, it's a spear made out of the same metal that's Guild, which is very interesting because it seems that the magical properties can be very much imbued into that. And I got this weird pendant, and he holds up the pendant that you guys got from the Wyvern before, and he's like, I think I'm gonna try and infuse that, but it's gonna take
The
me.
Wyvern?
Yeah.
The one that I turned in.
The bounty pendant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do those not like? Okay, cool. Yeah.
So it's gonna take me maybe a week to get this completely infused into there.
Imbue that shit. I also picked up one of these. Oddly enough, also 500. I pull out the rapier.
What's the rapier do?
I give it a flourish, and it like a crack of light comes off of it. It does a d6 radiant damage on a hit.
Do you want to sell that?
Yeah. I can't use this.
How much? How much do you want to sell it for?
I mean, I have no idea what this is worth. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
He's like, he looks it over and he's like, it's good craftsmanship. I'll give you 300 gil.
It's also an antique in perfect condition. I think we could get it up to 500.
He's gonna roll insight.
Yeah. I have to use these skills sometime.
Let's see what he gets. He's like, that's a very true statement. Give me the sword. I'll give you 500. But I also want, and I'm trying to think what else you have.
He wouldn't know what I have.
Are you wearing a big robe with stars on it?
Yeah.
He's like,
Does he look like a rich bitch?
yeah, he does look like a rich bitch. He's like, that's a fine robe you have there.
You're not getting my robe. What about these though? And I pull out the wyvern scales.
Ooh.
I pull out, let me redact that. I pull out a wyvern scale.
Okay. What are you looking to do with this?
I don't know what I can do with this. I was hoping maybe you can tell me.
Well, I can forge maybe a piece of armor out of it, or something similar, depending on what properties that you want me to kind of bring out in it. Is it the same creature that is related to the pendant, the wind type?
It might be from the same creature entirely.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm asking that question.
It's
Don't
not the
answer me
same.
in riddles, boy.
Yeah, yes. I also have I go like elbow deep in the back. I also have one of these and I like pull out like a fucking like wyvern femur, whatever the bone was that I picked up.
Oh.
I pull a big old bone out of my bag.
I can extract the ore from inside the bone.
Please don't extract anything from his bone.
He doesn't. He had enough extraction from his bone.
I've had 12 hours.
What are you looking to make with these? Like, I'm asking you.
You make a ring out of any of this?
Meanwhile, over with Renee.
Stop.
I know. I'm not a jeweler.
Mesmerizing.
Oh my god. It's
He's,
twerking. Oh my god.
he looks at you and he's like, I'm not a jeweler. I am a armor smith and a weaponsmith.
How about a shield, but one that's small enough that I could use?
Like a buckler?
Sure.
Alright, so you want a wyvern scaled buckler.
That sounds fucking badass. Yes, that's exactly what I want.
Okay. Yeah, might have to give me a little bit of time on these things.
Okay. I don't actually even know if I can use bucklers because I don't think proficiency.
Where's your medics gaming knowledge now?
Failing me. I don't know. If I can't use it, I can't use it. I don't fucking.
Maybe a sorcerer or a warlock can, maybe.
Is Aster here yet?
You don't know where Graylin is. You're eating breakfast currently with Sid.
Can she smell the sex on me from wherever she is?
Can I like?
Actually,
there's really only two places that Graylin ever goes in a town: the market or the blacksmith.
Graylin probably smells fucking fantastic.
You can go to the bathhouse if you want.
That is the last place you saw me.
That is the last place you saw him.
That's a dangerous game we're playing.
Yeah.
Actually, can this guy put any of this dragon shit onto that spear?
What dragon shit?
He's
He's going to try to incorporate the pendant into the spear, so no. So what kind of? Are you a good fighter?
Not at all. I'm just gonna I just kind of scrape the scales like back into a pile and like drop them back in the bag. It's like we'll figure something out about this later. But this rapier though.
If you're more of a magic type, maybe you can make it more of a focus. Or if you're a religious type, make it a pendant.
Can you
for
do
your
that?
God? No, I'm not a jeweler. I'm not a wandsmith.
Then I think I'll just take the 300 you want for this rapier, and I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And then I'll check back in about that spear later.
Okay.
Okay. And I leave.
And you leave.
With my 300 gil.
Yeah. Aster, you're standing in front of the bathhouse, if that's what you choose to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably.
I think Lolala probably would have come too because the last time she took a bath was at some point she can't remember anymore.
Yeah, last
Did
time
she-
Aster was at
did-
a bathhouse wasn't the greatest time. but
Oh,
like-
bless. Does Lolala not know what happens at the bathhouse? Does she just assume it's a place where people take baths?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's
Oh,
what
bless
the bathhouse
her.
was the first time.
Aster
Uh,
also thinks that that's what a bathhouse is.
Yeah. So
Which
as
is ironic because now it's more like what happened the last time you were at the bathhouse.
Yeah, Aster just thinks like you go to the bath and like then you kill an old man.
And then you peg a tiefling.
Yeah, so Aster's like, well, last time we went to a bathhouse and Graylin wanted to go there again, so I wonder if he killed a guy.
Is there a murder we're gonna have to cover up?
Aster's super into the possibility of killing a guy.
So you
I
guys
think
walk in, huh?
I was gonna say, I think the bathhouse. I don't remember the map. I feel like the bathhouse is actually between the blacksmith and the
Yeah.
and Sid's
Yeah, it's
shop.
in the middle. It's in the middle.
So if I was, because my next stop would have been Sid's, so would I have run into them?
Well, here's the thing. As they're entering, you see them entering the bathhouse.
Yeah, with the newfound confidence, Crash would be there too.
Yes,
Oh, boy.
all three of them.
Yeah, seeing Crash walk into the bathhouse is enough to pique my interest, so I will.
Have a group outing to the bathhouse.
So as
Oh,
all,
good. I'm looking forward to role playing this with all of you.
as all three of you walk in, the attendant who's sitting there is like, "Are you all three together?
Yeah.
Wait.
Are
wait,
you
no,
just looking
no,
for?"
no, guys, we're not together.
What? Yes,
Not
what-
here.
What?
I walk in like, what are you guys doing here?
Not here.
I was looking for you.
I wanna
Are you
take
just
a
trying to
bath.
Kill people?
So 500 gil just for a bath.
Every like Graylin's like hearing kind of like tinnitus is out when I was like, I want to take a bath. He's just like, no.
And he's
Aster's
like,
And I just like
I wanna
I just
kill
like
if
I just
you-
kind of like shuffle up and like grab her and just like
Hey,
slowly
hey,
turn her out the door.
hey, hey, what are you doing?
And
Why
I
did
give him a
you
look. I'm
do
like,
it?
she
Let's take a
doesn't.
bath.
I was like, she doesn't know. She doesn't.
I'm
know.
sorry, is she a grown-ass woman?
I
Are
kind of like.
Are you
bath.
shooing away my customers?
Aster steps over. Excuse
Wasn't
me.
I the guy that gave you 200 gold last night?
Yeah, but you're also
sorry,
now
20?
shooing away my customers, so that kind of equals it out, doesn't it?
Excuse me, Aster.
Well, then we're
Aster-
gonna buy
I
Aster
just wanted to
interjects.
take a bath and read a book.
500 gil.
Oh, That's a lot. That's a lot of.
It
It's-
does seem really expensive for a bath.
It's a very
Where
good
can
bath.
I fight somebody? Last time I was in a bathhouse, I was allowed to fight.
Well, what's
I kind of
included in this
acquiesce.
bath?
I kind of acquiesce, like, I mean, like, smell me. Like, this sounds weird, but, like, smell me. The baths are very good.
He smells wonderful.
You smell like lavender.
Crash
Since-
slaps 500 gil on the table and just walks past.
Okay. So Crash.
He knows what the fuck's up.
Crasher's making his way back. The 500 gil is just like a common bath area. Like there's the male side, and it's very much like a traditional like Japanese like bathhouse. There is the very much the male side and then the female side. What Graylin experienced was the secret underground side of it. So yeah.
Call that the red light district.
It's
Red light bathhouse.
It's very much like there's a plethora of fragrances that you can choose from while you're in there. While you...
Lolala slaps down 1,000 gil on the counter for her and Aster to take a bath if Aster wanted one.
Yeah. But I
She
also
has
wanna-
both of
but I
their
also
money.
wanna fight somebody.
Um,
Last time I was in a bathhouse, I got to hit somebody, and they were cool with
You
it.
might have to pay
I-
extra for that.
do you... You will? He like kind of looks around a little bit and he's like, all right, so there is a special like that. It's kind of a master submissive kind of thing.
I didn't have to pay for anything last time.
Lolala's already walked to the bath, by the way,
Yeah.
to take a regular
Yeah,
bath.
aren't we important people? Don't these people know who we are?
This one, he like looks and he's like, it's
Aren't we in Migutown? Isn't she the mayor?
is she?
Lolala!
Yeah, she is.
I have a bar named after me. My name is Aster, and that bar is mine. I saved this city, and I will
Wait,
have
your name
the
Aster?
special for free.
You're named after the Horn of Aster?
Not named after.
Does Lolala
I
hear
am.
this?
You hear it like he says the Horn of Aster as like he's like walking off, and he's like,
So,
the
Lolala
same-
had been like already taking a book out of her bag, like preparing to like take a bath, and she's gonna read about dragoons, and she just spins on her heel and walks back and says, "Excuse me, no. See, here's the thing. You might be a little bit confused, but it was named after this Aster."
Not the horn. What the fuck is the horn of Aster?
I said, "What is the horn?"
What is
Yeah.
it?
The
What?
Horn of Aster. So 500 years ago, there was a man who worked here, and he's the one who kind of made this establishment what it is nowadays.
Oh my god.
And he
Excuse me?
yes, he figured out that he loved everyone, and he wasn't going to hold back after.
Aster grabs him by the shirt sleeve neck thing and rolls intimidation.
What part of the shirt did you grab?
The neck
Collar?
I don't know what kind of shirt
collar?
he's
The
wearing.
collar?
Let's do
I
it.
don't know if he's wearing like a V-neck, so a button down, a tie-up thing. I don't know what kind of shirt. Maybe
That's
a
fair.
collar. I don't know.
What if he's not wearing a shirt?
And
Let's see,
I grab him by the jugular.
Okay.
Just the
Right.
one
You
thing.
grab him by a shirt. Yeah. What are you? Give me your.
And I'm
intimidate.
going to use my one last crit roll that I got from chat on February 28th to roll intimidation.
Okay. He's like, what? What? How do you
This
intimidate him?
town, buddy, was named after us, minus that guy. She points at Crash. Named after us 500 years ago, and then we were turned to stone for some
Bronze.
odd reason. Brass. We are the heroes of this town. She is the mayor. I have a bar. He points at Grayla, does other stuff, knows a lot. We are heroes. There was no Horn of Aster. There was
I just
no
realized that I have a
other
mall
man.
named after me, basically.
Yeah, you're basically you're full
Fuck.
on.
But I
full on
don't understand
capitalism
what's
over
the
there.
horn.
I'm still curious about the horn as well.
How,
Is that a musical instrument?
how on bloody earth did this change in 500 years? All
And
of our
he's-
hard work.
And you see him, and he's like, I'm sorry, madam. That I did not know it was you. It's been so long. And four young young adult tiefling boys come out.
Oh, perfect.
And he's like, you could.
Boys?
Men
Not
boys.
boys. Hopefully not boys.
They're
Tiefling
young
males.
adults, so they're like in their
Okay.
early 20s.
I was gonna say this is getting weird.
No.
They're in their early 20s. All very muscular and a little bit sweaty from the heat of the sauna they came out of.
It's fake sweat.
Are these who the men I'm fighting?
You can do what you want with them.
Man, I couldn't. I can almost see the air quotes around that.
Young
Like-
men.
These
Like
men are
taste
fighting.
of-
Young man. Da, 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 da. So he's like, he looks at you and he's like, you can do what you want with them.
Oh.
Aren't
Like-
baths supposed to be a private time?
I mean, like anything?
They don't have to be.
Anything.
You mean like?
Yes.
Is that what you were here for? I thought you were just here for a bath. Good for you.
I break down using the fact that I can do telepathy. I tell Aster, I basically lay out everything that happened, but only she can hear it.
Aster immediately disappears with all four young tiefling boys. Come along, come along, come.
And you get the
Smacks him on the
you
butt.
get the 1,000 gil back, and he's like, you can do what you want to. Do you want some individuals yourself?
Ropes?
Whoa.
I want to take a bath and read a book.
Literally.
Why is
Just-
that so hard to understand? I want to take a bath and
Well,
read
here,
a book.
Hold on.
This is weird.
And
She
he's
really
like,
just wants to take a bath.
and there's like a woman who comes out, and she's like, I can bring you to a private quarters.
That would be great.
And then she guides you over to a private quarters that has essentially all the same stuff. And she's like, and there's like a little bell, and she's like, just ring that if you need anything.
Okay, thanks.
And then
Now do we get
the
all
door
of our
shut.
spells back?
you got them back a while ago.
Oh right. Wait,
Take
really?
back my money.
Literally, the 3 days of travel, you guys didn't run the whole 3 days. You
Oh,
rested.
I thought
in
we just
between.
got the HP back. I didn't know if we
No,
ever-
you guys are full HP, full spells right now.
Oh.
You guys are ham.
What?
You guys are
We're
ham. Yeah.
Lulala probably literally just like floats in the bath, wiggling her toes and reading a novel about dragoons.
Man, I hope that room is soundproofed.
Astra has the time of her life.
Yes.
The time of her life.
I was just thinking about that too.
Crash just cranks the heat up as high as possible.
All right, you've got a thing for heat now.
Yeah. It feels good. It's like a drug.
Literally, they're boiling.
Just like,
They have you like in a pot, and they're just like they're boiling you because you're like hotter.
chopping carrots.
Do you scream like a lobster?
No.
No.
Is it? Wait, what?
No.
It's not
thought that
actually lobsters screaming. It's just
It's
the
air,
pressure
it's-
from their
yeah.
shells.
The whatever fucking shit happens up, I don't know. Because last time we came in and you were pegging a tiefling 500 years ago. So
That wasn't happening.
That totally happened.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was totally happening.
That's where the horn of Aster comes from.
Oh, that's what that is.
So that tiefling that you sodomized turned around and turned the bathhouse into a bathhouse.
Yeah.
More like a
Your
back house.
actions affect the future.
The butterfly effect.
Man, that's quite the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Well, you know what
You
they say.
You turned a tiefling man who was just working a job into a prostitute.
You peg a tiefling in one
I
place and
remember
it turns
Asher
into a bathhouse.
sodomizing anyone. I remember her punching an old man. in the
No,
face.
Graylin walked in. I remember this because Graylin
walked
walked
in
in.
on
it. Oh, yeah.
And you're like, I'm fucking pegging him. And I was just like, fuck, all right, Jesus.
You know, we knew I'd seen you go in there and something was happening that we needed your attention for. So I just kicked the door and you were just like, what the hell? You maintained eye contact and didn't stop. You're just like, what the hell? I was like,
remember.
I was like, I
Okay,
need
it's
you
all coming
outside
back.
right now.
It's all coming back to me. All right.
There you go.
That is the horn of Aster. Nice.
Oh, it's not a literal horn.
Did it really take you guys that long to realize what the Horn of Aster was?
I just picked that one up. Yeah.
Took me a really long time.
I was
Wow.
playing dumb because Lolala wouldn't know.
No,
I thought
actually
the
just did it.
tiefling had died, and the horn of Aster was like one of his horns.
Nope.
I thought the horn of
No.
Aster was just like some random thing that just appeared. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What's your DM accomplishment, Joe? Well, I called pegging the Horn of Aster.
I called a strap on a horn.
So yeah, you guys do your bathhouse shit. It's now midday. This is when Sid said he'd be like ready to go. Do you guys get any other supplies while you're bathing? Graylin, are you just running around getting supplies?
Yeah, I'm gonna get like all the basic shit, food and whatever the fuck.
Water and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Eventually, Crash would like to possibly get something to be able to create fire, like torches or whatever, fire potions or whatever's around.
Can
I
you
mean,
create
there's flint
fire
and
at will?
stone.
Can I? I don't know that.
Two good mages spell people.
Yeah, hi.
They do.
Yeah,
They're able to. Yeah, I mean, you get basic survival shit like rations and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't
Didn't I
grab
get
any
a
of that.
lighter from Sid?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't believe you went you went to the bathhouse, Taylor, and didn't make.
Oh, yeah,
make
lighter.
Taylor pay
That's right.
for it.
He did pay for it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I can't believe you did that.
Oh well, we hadn't explained the fact that we were the entire city's namesake up
He
until that
was
point.
trying to be discreet, so he wasn't being like, "I was here 500 years ago."
I honestly didn't even think about it, and Graylin wasn't on that level. He just wanted to get
Aster.
some kinks worked out.
Aster,
He didn't care, and he had the money.
Aster doesn't care about money, but fame, she's about it.
Yeah, if you guys want any massages or anything,
You get that clout.
Aster's all about that clout.
All about that
Clout.
clout.
Nope. Lolala literally just takes a bath and she reads the book about High Dragoon Trele of Evandor, trying to figure out that puzzle that elf lady told her
Give
about.
me a investigation check at advantage because you're relaxed and searching through this and actually taking the time to read it. 17. You know that there is a monument to her somewhere, and there
Okay.
is a very sacred treasure of the High Dragoon that marks the. It is a marking or a piece of armor or a weapon. It's very vague on what it is, but it is. If you have it, that means you are the High Dragoon, and it's located at a shrine. It's at the pinnacle of the Gold Dragon's Valley.
Sweet. I have to write that down so that I don't forget literally all of it,
Mm-hmm.
because my memory is garbage.
And yeah, you guys are all you guys all do your bathhouse stuff. You guys do your reading. You guys get supplies. You guys, if you guys want a decent, good amount of supplies, I'm gonna say 500 gil for at least 5 days, 100 gil a day, to have the proper rations to travel for 5 days on the airship.
Does anywhere in town have soft pretzels?
This is a high or low moment. Say
I'll go
higher.
high.
No.
Damn it! I'll have to
Gambling.
ration mine.
You're getting low.
I keep eating them while watching other people do stuff that's
Oh, you're
really-
fighting a wyvern? I pull out a soft pretzel. Like,
It's actually what happened.
Well, there's nothing I can do.
is who's shopping right now?
Me.
Low
Trash.
Lala would go shopping. I mean, Aster's trailing along, but she doesn't have any money, so.
Everyone, give me a d20 roll.
Man, we suck.
Aster, here's the thing. Some guy has like a bag, and he's like, "Do you want a Mach 2 bag of holding?"
A what?
It's a look at this, and he like pulls out like a giant greatsword out of the tiny bag. It's like Graylin's bag, but as he's
We
explaining,
already have one.
but this is the version 2.
What does that do?
It holds more.
This holds a lot of stuff. Why do we need that?
Is she alone?
Are we all together doing this or what?
I imagine Lala would be with her, or even Crash.
I was like probably trailing along with Lola.
They seem to be hanging out together, so Lala and Aster are together as he's like explaining this.
Ooh, how many soft pretzels can that thing hold?
Oh my god.
We already have one though. Why do we need that one?
But that one's bigger.
You won't believe how many
Do
soft
we-
pretzels this baby can
Are
eat.
we running out of space? Is there a space issue happening?
Well, I
can
mean,
carry
Graylin's
one
been hogging it the whole time. I can't
What do
even
you have
put
to put in
anything
there?
in the bag.
What do you need
Never-
to put in there?
Literally never asked.
If you give me
Just
1,000
in
gil,
my defense.
if you give me 1,000 gil, I'll get it to you.
1,000 gil.
500,
900.
600.
200, and I won't give you a black eye. She says.
As you say that, let's. Okay. You guys say that, and it kind of gets quiet around where you
Has
guys
news
are at.
like gone around since the bathhouse of like who we are? 'Cause it's the
town-
bathhouse. Like that's where all the rumors start.
Not
Well, we
everyone
also
goes
did
to
that
the
at the tavern,
bathhouse,
too.
but-
Yeah, we did pull that card at the tavern.
You still have to abide by the laws, and so threatening
Abide
people.
by the laws?
Give me this for cheaper. I'm gonna punch you in the face. It's still against the law. So.
You ever
I am the law.
You clearly never had a transaction on Craigslist because that's exactly how it works.
Oh my god, I'm picturing Lolala in a Judge Dredd helmet.
I am the law.
So.
I am the law.
Yes.
Good night, Mama. So as he's you say 600, or what'd you say? 600.
200, and I won't give you a black eye.
He ignores you, and he's looking at Lolala, and he's like, 850.
Oh, Lala, do not.
Is that really the kind of deal that you would give the mayor of this town?
Well, if you're the mayor, you understand that the economy needs to flow, right? So when my shop gets more money, I spend more money elsewhere, buying groceries for my family
Aster
and doing
takes the
stuff like
bag.
that. He's holding on to the bag.
Isn't there another one? Is he just selling the one, or does he have like a whole bunch of them behind him?
He just
So
has
is
the one
Aster
bag
just
right
like
now.
reaching out for it?
Yeah, and he's just like, there's other shit, but it's the only bag that he has, and he's holding it, showing to Lolala.
Aster
Where
tries
did
to
you get
snatch
that
the
bag?
Give me a
Aster
sleight
tries
of
to
hand roll.
Snatch it right out of his hand.
As you reach for it, he's like, "What are you doing?"
I want to look at the bag. You're trying to sell it to a
Look-
brand or Gil. I feel
Look
like I
with
can
your
look at the
eyes.
bag.
Sorry,
Uh,
she's a feeler. She likes to feel stuff.
Let me feel it.
At
She has a
this
lot of
moment,
feelings.
you see that a town guard has like come up, and he's like,
Let me feel the bag.
And he,
Lolala
like, and he
takes
looks
out
at the town
750
guard,
gil.
and he kind of like nods to him, and he like nods to him, and he like holds it out to Aster, and he like is keeping an eye on it, but he's also very much looking at Lolala, and he's like, "Do you 850? That's where I left off."
Aster puts the bag over the guy's head and envelops him with the bag, or attempts to do this.
You-
750, and I'll make an announcement that your store is cool.
Aster's attempting
as
to
you,
put him in
as
the
you're
bag
like
of holding.
attempting to put him in the bag, give me an attack roll at disadvantage, or
Would
an,
that be
an athletics roll at disadvantage.
Aster's trying to put him in the bag.
Yeah, because there is
Oh,
there is
God.
a large counter in front of you. No.
I want to re-roll with Lucky.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's still at
please, I don't
disadvantage.
want
Oh no.
It's still at disadvantage
Damn it!
because you're like over a counter and you're now trying to climb on the counter, putting him into the bag, and now there's like some guard who's like grabbing you, going like, "What are you doing?"
Why is he trying to rip off my friend with a bag of holding? We've got plenty of these.
Am I anywhere near this? I don't
This is
remember where we went.
ridiculous. Don't
I
these
mean,
people know who
you're
we
in
are?
the marketplace and you hear this commotion.
Aster's fine. I want the bag. It holds stuff. I got
Yep.
750
What
gallons.
is
It's a
that?
good deal.
An
He's
8.
trying
I
to
probably
rip you
still
off,
I probably still
Lola.
know that has something to do with Aster.
Well, no, you hear them. Like you're in the
Oh, okay.
marketplace, you hear her yelling about bags
Yeah.
of holding. That's literally all you
Oh.
hear.
I'll run over there then.
Crash runs over too.
Okay. You guys approach and you see Aster as like a guard's like putting his hand on her, like looking at her as she's like trying to put this bag on this clerk, and like Lolala looking frustrated at Aster currently.
I tried to stop it. She's like trying to tell Aster to stop trying to put the bag on the guy's head. While at the same time
He's
telling
trying
the
to
guy,
rip
"You
you
don't
off."
touch her."
He's trying to rip you off. This is ridiculous. It's just a bag that holds
Really?
stuff.
Will
I
you
make
tell her
these
I
all
just
the
want to
time.
buy the bag?
Is that a bag of holding 2.0?
Is that the 2.0 edition?
Is that
Yeah. So
oh shit, is that the new model?
yeah, that is a new model. You look at yours and like you can see yours is like.
I immediately hate my bag.
It looks a little bit sleaner.
It's immediately garbage in my eyes.
Okay. So,
Lolala is holding out 750 gil to give the guy, by
So
the way.
I kind of like put my hand over that pile of, because with like her little tiny hands, like 750 gil, literally like a mountain of coin in her hands. Like kind of like it's like I push that down, and I'm like, how much would you take in trade for a smaller bag, plus whatever she's willing to pay?
Oh, Mixer sent me a message that just popped up on my screen that threw me off. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm not your mom, but you should take a break. And I'm like, fuck you, Mixer.
Oh, yeah, Mixer does that, yeah.
Yeah, that threw me
Tell me
off
how
a
to
little
live
bit.
my life, Mixer.
So you're holding up your other bag of holding, and you are, he's looking at it and he's like, I mean, it's a... So,
It's vintage.
I'm selling for that mine for 1,000. That would probably go for maybe 600. So the difference between them plus the wear and tear, I'm gonna say 500 for the bag, and then in the trade.
This is ridiculous. Why can't you just make a bag? Everyone can make a bag. You can't make a bag, Graylin.
I don't know how to make a bag.
I'll
I mean,
make you a bag, Lola.
I mean,
I'll
you
make you the
can't-
best bag you've ever seen in your
You
entire
can't make
life.
a bag that does this, and I take the other bag of holding. I just like shove my arm like all the way into it.
That's what your bag does.
Yeah, not all bags can.
Why can't they all do that? I don't understand. You make a
It's
bag.
magic.
Is that how bags work? You just put stuff in it. It disappears. And you find it later.
Well, you have a bag, don't you?
Crash picks up a bag and just puts his fist through it.
See? Worse is a fucking bag.
Thank you, Crash, for that illustration. Wait, how much do you want for it?
It's just like I thought it would
I
work.
guess
how
we're
much do you
also
want
gonna
for
have to pay for that bag.
I'll forget about that.
How much
bag.
do you want for it?
If you give him your old bag of holding and 500 gil,
Wait, how much did you want for just the bag?
1,000.
Like without the trade. You wanted 1,000? I thought it was 700.
No,
I was
she
holding out
haggling.
750. I was haggling.
She was
Excuse
haggling, and
Waylon, I'm trying to haggle for a bag over here. What are you doing?
He's about to buy the bag from under you, by the
Esther's
way.
about to do something real ignorant if we don't stop this.
Is he too far gone to like continue haggling at this point?
no, you guys have competing offers right now. He's like,
I kind
His
of
deal
look
seems
at the
pretty
bag. I kind of look at the bag. Like I look at the bag. I look at mine, and I look at him like 1,000.
1,000?
Just I I
That's
just
not
put,
what we
like,
got
I put
for
a,
killing that Wyvern thing. Do we get 1,000 for
I
that?
put up a figure like
Wyvern.
point. It was like
Wyvern.
40,000 for the Wyvern, Aster.
Why do we need to buy a freaking? We killed a Wyvern for 40,000 gil. This guy's trying to take our
Can you
stuff.
say Wyvern?
Wyvern.
No,
That's
please,
just
please
dumb.
never, please never let Aster pronounce that. Any Wyvern?
Wyvern.
Wyvern.
We killed that
Does
Wyvern.
Aster say milk as well?
Milk.
Lala twitches every time Aster says Wyvern.
So he's looking at all of you, and he's like, "All right, so you have the sweetest deal right now." He points at Graylin. What do you got to offer me? And he looks at Lolala.
I'm sorry, is the word of the mayor of the town nothing to you?
I was gonna say, how about this? You give that bag to her for 750, and you get the glowing review from the 3 people that this town is named for. I don't know why I went southern there just now, but
Well, this time was named for.
Are you making fun of me?
Aster would like to cast locate object on a Mach 2 bag of holding. That
I'm
is
sorry,
not
a Mach 2
Mach
bag of
Mach-
holding?
Mach 2.
a Mach 2 bag of
It goes
holding
real fast.
that this guy isn't selling
Okay.
somewhere
Is
else
Aster-
in the world.
Somewhere else.
Aster from now?
Locate object only works with a.
It's an object that's familiar to me.
Fuck.
within
within
1,000 feet of you.
So if somebody else has it, wouldn't it be around
in
me
the-
somewhere?
Oh yeah, if they're in the marketplace.
I'm in the marketplace.
yeah.
So-
This guy literally not sold a single bag in his life.
Does he have the market cornered on bags of holding?
There's no fucking way. It's a bag of holding. It's like the most popular item ever.
In your world, this is my world. Give me a higher.
Let me have my
One.
fun, McLokin.
Give me a high or low.
Hi.
There is not a. So you know that there's not a Mach 2 bag of holding
Why are you saying Mach 2?
because it's Mach 2 now.
It goes real fast.
It's going twice the speed of sound.
Yeah.
It goes
somehow.
real fast.
I need my stuff.
That's
version 2.
There's a
of the-
Mark
of
II
the-
bag of holding and a Mach 2 bag of holding. The
Yeah.
Mach 2 bag of holding, when you pull things out of it, they come out of it at twice the speed of sound.
I
They
will
come out of the
I
bag
will let
at
you
Mach 2.
reword
The Mach
what
2
you're-
bag of holding is so fast
Mach
that
2
it came out of your range of locating it as you were trying to locate
I will let
I
you.
meant- I meant to say Mark 2 and it came out as Mach 2. I don't know what you guys said the initial time, but I'm just doing a Mark 2.
It said 2.0. it
I'll-
had nothing
I'll
to do
let
with.
you-
2.0 then.
I will
Whatever.
let you reword because there's no Mark 2 within 1,000 feet.
Oh my
of you.
god, whatever bag is sitting right in front of
He's
that.
giving you another chance. He's giving you another chance.
Whatever it is you called it.
He's giving
The
you another
bag
chance.
of holding 2.0.
Yeah, there's 2.0. What's above 2?
A 3.0?
Give me a high or a low.
High.
2.1.
2.4.
2.0.1.
So
The beta.
Ah, yes. The beta patch.
you're not locating a 2, but there's like a weird signature that you get that's off probably at the other side of the marketplace.
Aster, while they're discussing their dumb talking, just leaves and goes towards that direction.
Okay.
While they're discussing their dumb talking.
Yeah, while they're discussing their dumb talk of trying to spend stupid money.
You
that
do
doesn't
this,
matter.
You do this.
I
So-
want 300 gil and
I
I got
want this
500 gil. I want this.
Aster goes does some weird magic stuff. I don't know how the spell looks
Sorry,
when she does
Locate
it.
How did
object
that
would
go
be
again?
it's just a concentration, so she doesn't actually have to do anything.
Oh, she just goes and then
Yeah.
turns and leaves.
Aw, but
Yeah.
I wanted
Okay.
Aster to be like, no, 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 no.
So effectively, Aster looks pissed off and walks away.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Okay, so the guy's like, all right, 750, and I'll throw in this. If you guys go to Zozo, you can get some soft pretzels there.
There's soft pretzels?
Yeah, they're kind of maybe famous for that and other things. But yeah, try the soft pretzels.
You do love soft pretzels.
Lolala slams the 750 gil down on the counter and takes the bag of holding 2.0.
Okay.
Doesn't
Jalen
like a
jumps.
soft pretzel.
Like he's seen her like dissect a wyvern live, but like the fact just for some reason like just her just like slamming all those coins. I'd be like, Jesus, okay.
One of the coins is embedded into the table now.
She is quite strong, isn't she?
So you guys have your transaction. Aster, you approach another bench, and there's like a woman who's sitting there and watching people walk by. And she sees you walking up to her store, and you're looking at a bag. Looks nicer than the other bags that has come across that you saw with Greylands and that. But you know it's a version 3. And she's like, "Oh, hi.
Hi, can I have that bag?
Sure.
Okay.
What?
She just puts her hand down.
Well, I
Thank
mean,
you.
It
Thank
costs.
you.
Well, you need to. Do you have money?
No,
I can't give you the bag.
I got other stuff.
What do you got?
I got this choker that makes you speak in giant. Just throws it. I got this choker makes you speak in frog.
A lot of chokers.
She does.
I got this. I forgot that I have this in my inventory. I got this pair of bongo drums.
From where?
I don't know. There's the first thing on my inventory. I must
She's
have added
had-
it right when I
she-
created my character.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
you
have
played.
it
You
though.
played the
I think you got
drums
them from the
once.
kobolds.
You played the drums once.
Yeah, I played them literally just once.
And she's looking at that, and she's like, "Well, I mean, what else you got?"
I got this, and she hands her the elemental wing of chaos.
Whoa.
And she looks at it, and she's
You
like,
want to know what it does?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
Aster
Yeah.
uses the elemental wing of chaos in the vicinity of where she is,
Oh no.
Like up?
like in the area.
Okay, give me a
Just
D6
uses it.
roll.
Just whatever.
Can I actually do like an assist? Didn't I do a thing for this?
You can just wave it and give me a D6 and then display.
Oh yeah,
Oh boy.
that's the 2, which is that's a snowball swarm.
Oh, so shooting a bunch of snowballs. She's like, "Is that all it does?"
Oh no, it doesn't. Rolls it again.
Do I see this?
That's a
No.
lightning bolt. Now a strike of lightning.
Now people are panicking a little bit. They were like,
I-
"Oh, snowballs!" And now lightning is shooting
She
out.
rolls it again,
Snow, then fire. Like snow,
and
then
now
lightning.
there's a
Greyland is
meteor
running.
swarm.
Oh no.
Do you
So
want me to
running.
keep going, or do you want to just give
no,
me the
stop,
bag?
stop!
She
And
does
there
it
is-
again.
No.
I will take the bag.
And she's like, okay, and she takes the wand away from her to save everyone, and then gives her the bag, and then is like terrified. And there's also now a bunch of stampeding people running towards Crash, Lolala, and Greyland.
Oh no.
Aster wanders back to where everyone was.
The place is empty now, and
Ooh. Hey, I guess there's gonna be no line for soft pretzels.
Lolala runs over.
I don't think there's gonna be anybody selling them either.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is that you heard that someone started waving a fan. And they're like, there's a crazy lady with red hair who's summoning snowballs and lightning bolts.
Oh yeah, that's just Aster.
The guards are now making their way through the crowd, approaching.
I do want to point out that the fan no longer works.
It does not matter. She was just trying to get you the fuck out of there.
Okay, I just
Because
want
she
to
thought
point
you
out
were
that,
you were
that
attacking.
she can't use it because all the charges.
Did you
are
just
gone.
spend all the use?
Yes.
Oh, he burned all the charges.
I
Nice.
purposely burnt all the charges.
They recharge after a time, don't they? Or no, the wing.
She doesn't know that. She doesn't know what the fuck it is.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't even know how to use it.
The guards are making their way towards Aster.
Aster's unassuming, just walking back towards her bag. Bag in her hand, just walking.
And they
She has nothing on her. They can't prove anything.
and so
There's a bag on her.
The
A
guard-
bag? What? The bag doesn't create snowballs or snowstorms or lightning bolts.
give me a perception, Aster.
Why am I done? There you go.
And who else is walking up to Aster currently?
I am.
With the guards coming, I think I crossed them.
Yeah, the guards are like rushing past you. Give me everyone who's walking towards that direction, give me a perception.
Can I use
While we're
my
waiting for
disguise
pretzels?
kit to slip away?
No.
I have one disguise kit.
You have one disguise kit, but it takes like a time to put on the disguise. You can't be like,
It's not just like a mustache.
yeah, it's not, you can't just be like, hey, what's going on? You see this lady holding the elemental wand of chaos as like these snowballs and like meteors are like swarming and hitting where you imagine a crowd was being, and she's like looking at Aster and pointing and looking at the guards, and the guards are now circling Aster.
I didn't do anything. It's that crazy lady. She's got that weird ass fan. All I wanted to do was try to buy this bag. You think
And-
this bag could do any of that? Look at that.
Spears come down.
I want to be able to roll persuasion at least.
Give me a persuasion roll.
How many guards are there?
Is Lolala finding any soft pretzels?
There's about 12 guards.
There's 12?
I want to re-roll. I want to re-roll and use
Jesus.
lucky.
Wait,
Okay.
the mayor left us, and we have to deal with these guys.
Oh, 17. Come on.
I just want the soft pretzel. I just want to know if I found any soft pretzels.
But we definitely need you here now.
He said the town of Zozo. You're not in the town of Zozo.
I thought he said the stand, Zozo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that too.
Oh, okay, so Lolala's like walking around looking for the stand, and she reads the coupon. Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
nudge.
here.
I'm gonna nudge Crash and just be like, "Go find Lilala."
And now,
What is this place?
Like-
How come my favorite town in
some
doesn't even have
some of the guards
That's
like
right.
are like get like kind of Waverly. She's like, no, she did it. And then
What proof do you have?
you see the guard going standing fast, and she's like, no, something's wrong here. And he like holds the spear harder and like looks at her, Aster, and he's like, men stand strong. And that's where we go and end today's episode.
Oh, I was about to.
Saw that coming.
Aster doesn't
Worth
do
it.
well in cities.
No.
No, no,
So it's
no.
Is that the title of this episode? Aster doesn't do well in city.
No,
The
this
gang-
one's called
the gang
Black.
needs to leave town.
Black
Isn't
Migutown's
Water.
supposed to have free food. Why are the pretzels not free?
Why?
Pretzels
There are
aren't
no
there.
pretzels.
This is bullshit. Migutown's a joke. What happened in 500 years? Who did this?
Screw this place.
Screw this place.
I want to be mayor of a different town.
Stealing my fan back from that lady one way or another. I'm getting it back.
You guys are so close to being out of this city. You're one day away from retirement.
Listen, if you keep Aster in a city for too long, she starts losing it.
Yep.
I like what I have planned for you guys. Now my plans have kind of changed, but kind of not. We'll see what happens in the beginning of next episode.
So what you're saying is you expected us to get in trouble with the guards at the market.
No, that I literally had to pull that out of my ass.
Hard
But
to
now,
Roleplay.
It's hard to predict that Aster's essentially start firing a gun in the middle of a marketplace.
yeah.
Look, this
Look,
is
it
what this does. Pew, pew, pew,
Ha,
pew.
ha, ha, ha. At like crowds of people that were like all of a sudden they're like, oh, look at the snowballs, and then lightning started shooting out and everyone started panicking, and then
there's
meteors.
a meteor swarm.
Yeah. So
Look, watch, I can call it an airstrike. Right here.
Look at this
Meanwhile-
AC-130.
Lolala's so busy looking at this coupon. Where is Zozo?
Poor Lolala. Chaos. She's just trying to get her fucking.
Poor pure, innocent Lilala. Too pure for this
just
world.
trying to make her way to Zozo to get a goddamn soft
or
pretzel.
at least too pure for this party.
Too pure for this Aster.
So yeah, that was episode 7. Oh Jesus, man.
Man, I didn't write any of these notes. I got it. Right.
She has a Mach 3 bag of holding, which
Mach
Graylin,
3.
which she kind of like held hostage.
Everybody's got a better bag than me.
Listen,
Except
the,
for Crash.
the fame
I
went
hardly
to Aster's
have a
head,
bag.
and then she got nervous about the town. It's a bad mixture. After that incredible time at the bathhouse and knowing she can just get it for free, she just assumed she can get other stuff for free.
Fair.
Give Aster an inch. And
She's gonna take.
And she'll take
whole
several
bag.
inches.
It should take all the inches.
She'll several inches in a bathhouse.
All right, yeah, let's
Orange.
I thought she was giving those.
Mm. Give Aster an inch, and she'll give you.
She'll give you the
back 7.
horn.
She'll give you the horn.
So yeah, let's go around the table, do our outros and all that kind of fun stuff, and Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, otherwise known as Dan Otage. You can find me everywhere on at Dan Otage. I'm primarily on Twitch, playing all kinds of video games right now. A lot of Enter the Gungeon, and pretty soon the Dead Cells Twitch integration stuff.
What?
So we'll be jamming on that very soon. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Shit.
We're showing that off. We're doing that soon, and then I'll be streaming I'm streaming probably right after this, and then for the next couple days and then Friday and Saturday and Sunday I will be in New York for the Overwatch League finals, and then I'll be back. Yay.
And then we're gonna go to Capital Vices TV.
Hello.
Taylor.
My name's Taylor, or Capital Vices, or Capital Vices TV. I am also primarily a Twitch streamer at Capital Vices TV over there. I did do a mixer stream last week, and I'm going to be doing them more in the future. I've been going through Prey because I did that game. I've actually got a copy of it to give away, which I'll be talking about the next time I go live on Mixer. But I've also been ducking into a lot of Fallout 4, a lot of Warframe, and I recently rediscovered my love of No Man's Sky with the next patch. So that's what I've been doing.
I've seen the pictures of those, and I was like, I kind of want to play it.
I mean, if you already, it's definitely worth re-downloading and at least giving another shot. I would recommend starting over though.
I never played it.
Then
I've still thought about picking it up.
it's quite good. I think it's half off right now as well.
Is it so? Can you play with other people yet? That was the thing that
Yes.
turned me off. Oh,
Yes.
ooh,
There's
RP.
full multiplayer now.
Oh, No Man's Sky
Sweet.
RP. I bet like this planet is mine.
It's a maximum of 4 people per instance.
Bullshit.
4, you say?
Oh,
Because it's not like a server. It's everybody is jumping in on one person's game.
Right. Yeah, you can build a world, right?
Correct. Yeah. And the base building is pretty substantial. I saw a video that they put out of somebody basically building a tower up into like the stratosphere of a planet from the surface.
And then other people can remove the surface below you.
Yes.
oh, that
you go
sounds
bye-bye.
insane.
There is now full-on terrain manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also find me on Instagram or Twitter at Capital Vices.
Renee.
Hi, my name is Renee. I stream here on Mixer full time.
Zoe.
This is Zoe. She also streams on Mixer full time, but she's not partnered yet. One day she'll be partnered. I stream a lot of Fortnite. I'm currently playing through all the Fallouts. I'm playing Fallout 4 at the moment. And you can find me Sunday to Friday, 1 p.m. PST, at Renee. Also on Instagram and Twitter, at Renee.
Spoony.
Hi, I'm Spoony. I am a full-time broadcaster over on Twitch. I stream 5 days a week, usually focused on RPGs, both retro and modern. I am currently incredibly addicted to Octopath Traveler. So, yeah, I have almost 50 hours in it. It just came out on July 13th. It's really, really good. I'm also currently playing through Twilight Princess HD Blind and Danganronpa, doing at least 16 voices all by myself. So it's kind of crazy.
How do
It
you
is.
remember which character?
You have to write it down sometimes.
You have
Yeah.
to, like,
Oh yeah, I had to take notes on what the voices were like so that I would remember next Saturday because I play it once a week so that I don't totally murder my vocal cords.
Jesus.
But it's fine because you know, in that game sometimes characters die so that I don't have to voice them anymore.
That's very true.
It's a lot of fun though. I'm just a giant goofball. Come hang out.
You just played Divinity as well, right?
Yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah. That's like the
Yeah.
closest thing you can get to Dungeons and Dragons in a video game form that I've found.
Awesome.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's based off something. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a really fun game. But I, McLokin, your wonderful GM, stream this show here once a week on this lovely channel. I do some shows on Twitch where I play characters. such as on Tuesdays, I'm playing Gnome Ranger on World Tree Burns on a counter roleplay, and then tomorrow I'll be on 6 and 20 playing a teenage boy with super strength on City of Mist. And then Friday I'll be playing basically Judge Dredd in Dark Heresy. So that'll be on Metamancer's channel. Yeah, that's me. I'm also super addicted to Octopath Traveler because that game is the shit. The music's it's so beautiful in the game, the music.
Banger alert!
Yeah. Oh, so good. But yeah, let's end it here, everyone. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next week with whatever fucking shenanigans Aster has got the crew into. She keeps me on my toes.
How many times have we ended with this?
And this
Kyle
is
now?
why
How
I'm
much-
the best at competitive Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. How much HP do guards tend to have?
Like 20.
Just for future reference, you know.
It depends on
Can
how
I
strong
spin
the guards
attack
are.
them all at once?
Guys are gonna start killing guards. Oh, good.
Yeah, let's start
Yeah.
killing
Welcome
guards. Let's start killing
there.
guards in
Try to
what is
road.
essentially
I'm not
our
gonna
home
kill
base.
them unless they want to
Mm.
get killed.
Wow.
All right.
If someone tries to kill you, you kill them right back. Quote Malcolm Reynolds.
Bye, everyone.
Oh,
Is
God.
this what
On
you
that
taught
note-
Aaron?
Next week!
This is what Aaron has learned with Aster. Kill people.
Only if they try to kill you first.
Try to kill you first!